What's up, y'all? On this video, I want to talk about what I saw in court. Diddy's trial could end in a life sentence. Now, there's a very prominent lawyer that I respect that be on YouTube. He's actually talking about it as well. And a lot of people are not talking about this. And I had said it yesterday. I'm going to keep saying it because people are ignoring it. And I think they're doing that on purpose. And then what's happening is people are coming in my chat and saying something different. And I'm not getting upset, but I don't have time for it because I'm actually there and he's really behind the eight ball. Guys, I'm telling you, this is such a slam dunk case that it's a slam dunk case. But usually we don't get the slam dunk case early on, but it's just that Cassie is getting ready to go in labor. So they had to bring on their star witness early. So we got the knockout punch early. It's a first round knockout punch. And this thing is supposed to last 6 to 8 weeks. It's just a matter of formality. But people are just ignoring the fact that they're ignoring one fact. How do you prove a RICO? How do you prove that? You only need 2 predicate acts. Guys, they already have it. They already have the 2 predicate acts. That's why his lawyers are upset, saying that they don't have all the exhibits. I believe they found out about those text messages in court, guys. That's why they were upset about it. You guys, a lot of you, some people don't know that because you got to sit up in court to see it. Some people are literally lying about what's going on with him. But listen, the jury sees it, so it don't matter if y'all getting lied to, but y'all gonna be surprised when that verdict come back. Y'all be surprised. And I'm not gonna be surprised. Okay, they are behind the 8 ball right now. They're behind the 8 ball. And I'm telling you, they are. They're behind the 8 ball. They're so behind right now. They have such a mountain to climb. They're literally climbing Mount Everest right now. That's what they're doing. They're climbing Mount Everest while the prosecutors is damn near at the summit. The prosecutors are getting ready to reach the summit, and the defense is at the base, and it's not their fault. It's not their fault. It's just that this is a case where he probably should have pleaded out. It's not their fault, man. Maybe that's why Anthony Rico got off the case. I don't know. This is not a case. This is a case you probably try to plead out on, man. But everybody has a right to their right to a fair trial, right? But it's something people are missing. So we're going to let Bruce Withers talk about it. He's saying Diddy could be facing a life sentence here. And he said this is a slam dunk case. Okay, this is coming from a lawyer. See, now I'm gonna let him say it because nobody believes me, man. That's why I'm stopping stop talking to people and all that type of stuff, man, because I'm actually there. You actually have to come with me. And then you can be like, damn, yo. And then Tenny Garagos said, we need all the exhibits now. We can't sit here and just get bombarded with stuff at trial. I don't believe they knew about that text message. If they knew, I don't think so. Because that text message, he sent a text message saying he's going to do something to Kid Cudi's car, and it happened. That's one predicate act. Okay? That's one predicate act done. Here's the second one. He got into a fight with Cassie, and her head hit the part of the bed. It hit the bed. She needed stitches, so he had his bodyguards take her to a plastic surgeon. That is number 2. They're done. They're done on the RICO. Now they're moving on now. They're done. They're done. They're done. See, that's why people, they don't understand the law, and they're out there saying, oh, he getting banned, he getting railroaded and all that. Let me tell you something real quick. They've been watching Diddy for a very long time. A very long time. When Cassie came out with that lawsuit, this is what y'all don't know, but it was found out in court. When she came out with that lawsuit, she met with the feds 2 weeks later. Which means, what is that telling you? They already were watching him. See, they're trying to suppress my views and all that so y'all won't get the right information. I'm just trying to tell you guys, and I know they're suppressing my views because I had went live. It was last week. It was like Tuesday. It dropped by 85 people, and I was still alive. Just like that. They're cutting it. They don't want you to see this. They don't want you to see this. They got people out there trying to like literally pay people to say good things about them. They know they can't approach me. I'm unapproachable. They can't approach me. They already know that because I see one of the dudes out there. He cannot approach me, and he knows it. He know that. You can't approach me. I saw somebody, money was paid. Money shifted hands. I saw it right in front of my face. He's like, damn, I was expecting a little bit more money for my content, but okay, I'll take it. Yep, I saw it. You said they proved nothing, Rico. All right, let me say it one more time. See, they got people in here. Hold on. They got people in here. They got people in here to try to sway your thought, man. Let me just, I'm not gonna kick you yet. Let me prove it. Let me say it one more time. You have to prove 2 predicate acts for the Rico. He sent a text message saying that they were going to bomb Kid Cudi's car, and it happened. He said, we're going to leave the country first, then they're going to bomb it. We're going to make sure his friends are there to see it. His car is gone. Okay? His car is gone. Okay? His car is gone. That's number 1. And he sent a text message from his phone to her. I told you women keep all the text messages. Didn't I say that before the trial started? That's number 1. Number 2, he had his people take her to a plastic surgeon to get stitches to hide what was going on. That's number 2. Okay. Number 3, he had his bodyguards hide her in a hotel because she was beat up. That's number 3. They proved 3 already. See, y'all don't know nothing about the law, man. You're not gonna survive in this chat. I'm just telling you this right now. So you're not gonna survive. So I gotta let you go. You're not gonna survive in here. I've been doing this since Aaron Hernandez. You're not gonna survive in here. I know my way around the courtroom. I know a lot more than the average person. It was this dude, this random white dude came up to me in the hallway. So he asked me questions about what I know. And he was like, yeah. Oh, so he said, you know a little something. I said, listen, young man. I said this to him. Listen, young man, I'm almost 50 years old. You don't know who you're talking to. All right. Have a good day. I've been doing this since Aaron Hernandez, since you was in fucking grammar school. All right. So have a good day, young man. He said, you're almost 50. Black don't crack, bitch. And I kept it moving. Okay. He is cooked. I'm telling you, he's cooked. And look, I'm about to start banning people that's been fucking with me for a long time. I don't want to hear it no more. I put the work in. I'm here every day. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. Black don't crack. And also I use a rag. I use a wash rag to wash my face. That's why. They don't do that. Some people don't do that. I use a wash rag, yo. So now, what I'm telling you is, no, he was trying to tell me, so I said, motherfucker, I don't have to prove nothing to you. I said this to him in the car. I don't have to prove nothing to you. I've been doing this since Aaron Hernandez. I don't have to prove nothing to your young ass. I said, when I was doing Aaron Hernandez, you were in grammar school, correct? He said, what year was that? I said, you were in grammar school. How old are you? I said, get out my face, man, with your notepad trying to figure out what we thinking. Your boy is cooked. Okay? People could screw face me all they want to, but ain't nobody coming, stepping up in my face. I guarantee you that. I'm a lot bigger in person. A lot bigger. And it's dangerous out there. I'm telling you it is. It's dangerous out there. It's 100% dangerous. And I'm still talking. And I'm still, no, don't tell me to keep calm. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. Because there's a concerted effort to lie to to lie to the masses. It's a concerted effort to lie, and I see it. And I am calm. But my generation, we talk like this. Now all of a sudden they're saying I don't have no sound. Now all of a sudden. If I have sound, can you press 1 if you hear me? All of a sudden they're saying, I'm about to block you. If I have sound, I'm going to block you. So do I have sound or not? I'm about to block you. Ebony, I'm going to block you. Because all of a sudden you're saying there's no sound. Now, why are you saying, see, they trying to throw me off. Why are you saying there's no sound, yo? When I can clearly hear myself, there's sound. Now, my question to you is, why are you saying I don't have no sound? When everybody can clearly hear me. There's a concerted effort to lie to you guys. I don't have nothing against Diddy. I don't have nothing against him. But he's cooked and he know it. It's just in his mind, he think he can control everything. He was trying to do that in the courtroom. But watch this. Let me tell you what the judge did. Y'all don't know this because ain't nobody telling you. Let me tell you what the judge did because the judge peeped it. They kept taking too many breaks to get notes. She was like, I have to confer. He said, no. The judge said, keep going. No. I never seen a judge do that before. He said, no. Keep going. Because he see what's going on. He said no. And let me tell y'all something real quick about this judge. He better hope he don't be found guilty on everything. This judge gonna sentence him to the max. You hear me? Did you know he let Cassie go in the back in the chambers to wait? They protected her. She didn't walk in with everybody else. She went through the back. I'm going to tell you right now, Judge Arun Subramanian, do not mess around. He learned under Ruth Bader Ginsburg, the late, great Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. He learned under her. And she was inspired by Thurgood Marshall. So don't stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. He is cooked. I'm telling you that right now. That's why his son's going there looking like that. They smart. They know he cooked. They know he cooked. He's cooked. I've been doing this a long time. Guys, the reason why the knockout punch came so early is because she's almost due to have a baby. They usually have the star witness towards the end. They had to have the star witness. They had to make some, it was an emergency situation because she's due literally any day now. She could have water could have broke on the stand. She's due any day now. So they had to get her out of the way. That's why the knockout punch came so early. Now, it's not about she stayed so long. And you know what some people saying? Oh, she enjoyed it. She stayed. She enjoyed getting peed on. It's not that. That's what y'all missing. They trying to smoke screen you. That's not that. From his phone, he sent a text message to Cassie saying he gonna blow Kid Cudi car up. And guess what? His car got blown up. That's predicate act number 1. Predicate act number 2. He got his people. Because remember, he has to be in concert with some people and members of his organization. They have to prove that he was working in concert with members of his organization. Well, members of his organization, they said, could include bodyguards. So one of his bodyguards, they took her to a plastic surgeon in Beverly Hills. Okay? And they hid her in a hotel. That's predicate act number 2. That's how easy this is. This is easy. This case is easy, man. And I'm telling you guys this. I'm not sitting here trying to sugarcoat nothing, man. I don't wish this for nobody. I don't wish this for nobody because he's facing life. He's 56 years old. He got kids out there. I'm not wishing this on nobody. But he should have took a deal. They offered him a deal. Some people said it was upwards of 5 goddamn years. I'm not playing with y'all. Okay? Why would you turn something like that down? They trying to help him. God, he's gone, yo. He's gone because this judge is not playing with him. This judge is not playing with him. And I take this very seriously. When I'm sitting there in the courtroom, bro, I understand every legal term they're saying because I've been doing it for so long. I understand why Tenny Garagos was upset. She said, we need all the exhibits now. We can't just you just bombard us and then we're like, oh my God. I don't think they knew the text message exists, folks. Huh? I don't think they did until the trial. And you got people there purposely trying to distract. But when they see me, they quickly change their vibration. There's one in particular. It was a lady. We trying to sit there and listen at the end of yesterday, and she's sitting there yelling, "Ain't nobody can, lady. Let me tell you something, because I know you listen. Ain't nobody studying you, and ain't nobody caring what the fuck you yelling about. All right, because ain't nobody scared of you. That's West on West 100. I'm from I'm from Newark, yo. We ain't scared of shit. I'm just telling you this. The Newark is a different type of breed. We're not scared of anything, not nothing. We're very humble people, but we're not afraid of anything. We're the sixth borough. We definitely are. So you can that yelling and stuff, you can just calm down with that, because you're getting ready to get kicked out. Because all I got to do, because I know how to complain a certain way to get you kicked out. So if you listening, you know you're listening. Okay? That yelling and stuff you do, ain't nobody caring about that. Because you got people out here that's purposely doing this to distract. Then they're doing it outside too. There's another dude, my homegirl could tell you. He was sitting there yelling at anybody who came in his circumference, and he changed his vibration when he walked past me. I said, "What's good with you, homie? What's good with you?" "Hey, man, nothing much. I'm out here just doing my thing," because he's a paid goddamn actor. That's why. But he yelled at the wrong white guy, because he was yelling at he was trying to scare the white people. He yelled at the wrong white guy, and the guy put him in the goddamn rainwater. Okay? And that guy found out he was former military. He put him in the fucking rainwater, yo, on his back. And the police didn't do anything. I witnessed it. The police didn't do anything. They said, well, hopefully he calmed the fuck down, because they know he's a paid actor. Okay? They're attacking Tisa too. Tisa getting attacked. She is. And there's an Asian, young Asian lady. She got to be careful too. She's getting 1 million views per video, and she's telling it how it is. That Asian lady, whatever, I forget her name. She is telling it like it is in court. She paints that picture so well. She's painting a Picasso. Guys, I'm telling you right now, he's behind the 8 ball. You said Antoine Wiggins, whatever his name is, seemed more credible than you. See, these guys are being paid to come in and say that, well, if he is, well, you here, let me get you up out of here. If he's more credible, then I got you out of here. As a matter of fact, let me change this real quick. Let me change this. Hold on. Because people subscribe to me for a minute. You're going to have to be subscribed to me for 20 days to talk up in here. Hold on one second. Let me get y'all mind right real quick. You're going to have to been on subscribe to me for 20 days. Fuck y'all. Who you think y'all playing with? Who you think? See, he's been paid to say that. He's being paid to say, there's a guy out there paying people to say certain shit. So hold on. Let me change y'all vibration, yo, because I'm not playing with these kids no more. I'm not playing. So subscribers, custom. How many days, yo? How many days, man? How many days? Let's go with 20. So if you've been subscribed to me for 20 days, you can talk up in here. Okay? Let's just keep that 100. If you've been subscribed to me for 20 days, your vibration is still the same. But I had to change everybody else's vibration. Now, you're not going to come up here. You paid actors are not going to come up in here. Okay? As a matter of fact, I should do a month. If you've been fucking with me for a month, then you could chat up in here. Other than that, no paid actors is coming in here. Okay? No paid actors is coming up in here. Ain't no paid actors coming up in here, man. Ain't no paid actors coming. I'm going to say 20 days, man. 20 days is a long time. You know what I'm saying? 20 days is a long time. So I should put 3 months, because then you have to subscribe to me for 3 months to comment on this video. By the time Diddy be gone by then. So you could comment on the content. Then you can comment. No, it's late. It's too late for him to take a deal. You said, bro, when you I'm not talking tough. I'm not talking tough. Do I look tough to you? But what I'm saying is there's a different vibration when you outside. There's a different vibration. Hold up, yo. God damn, yo. I have to change. Hold up. I said 20 days. Hold on one second. What you mean, bro, when I start talking tough? What are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? You got a problem with it? Why don't you change it? You got a problem? I'm outside. So why don't you change it? Why don't you change my vibration then? Since I'm talking tough, change my vibration. I'm out here every day. So change my vibration. You know where I'm at? I'm at the federal courthouse. I'm not hard to find. Change my vibration then. Since you said I'm talking tough. Change my vibration then. You heard that gun just go off and I didn't flinch. Did you hear it? It went off outside and I didn't flinch. Okay? I am in the hood right now for real. I'm in the hood right now. And somebody just licked off something out here. That's crazy. That's crazy right there. Hope it went by my car. Yeah, we're talking about when I'm talking tough. I'm outside. If I'm talking tough, if you don't like it, come change my vibration. Come change it. I don't live this world scared. I do not. But what I'm telling you is there's paid actors out there and they come into people chats and stuff like that. And they try to hold on, Magic, you and your goddamn dirty ass boxers. You and your damn dirty ass boxers sitting up here trying to talk to a grown ass man. You never gonna talk again. Now, here's the thing. Now that I blocked you, your new account have to be subscribed to me for 20 days before you even talk again. All right? Yeah, I'm coming with facts. See, they're paid to do this. I saw a dude get paid right in front of me to do his content. He said, okay, you did a real good job. I need you to do this. I need you to say more of this. And gave him about $300. That's all he gave him. If you want to sit up here and have me and $300, that ain't enough. He's sitting up here saying $300, man. Jonathan Adi did not. Goddess, thank you for the blessing. Jonathan Adi did not testify yet. Jonathan Adi, let me just go back to Jonathan Adi for a minute. Or Odie Adi. How do y'all pronounce his name? ODDI. Jonathan Odie. Jonathan Odie had he was arrested, right? And he was given his he was in his interrogation video. You can see it on YouTube. Just type in Jonathan Adi ODDI interrogation video on YouTube. People thought he was losing his mind during the interrogation. He said that, yeah, I was with Puff. I was a sex worker for Puff. And he said he woke up and he was violated and he was bleeding from his backside. And I think that's what made him go crazy. And that's why he in jail now. But he said he recorded some stuff from a freak off, but nobody believed him. Nobody believed him. And come to find out in court, when Cassie was testifying, they showed Jonathan Adi's picture. She said, yes, that's him. He was one of the sex workers. He was one of the male strippers that we hired. Everybody thought he was crazy, Empress, but he wasn't. She actually said, yeah. And then she also, because he said in a interview that he recorded it, but they didn't have the recording. He had it somewhere else, and Puff had already gave him money, and she confirmed it. Yeah, she said when during the freak off, she went and told Puff that he got his camera phone out. He got his phone out recording it, and then Puff did all he can. Yeah, he did. He did record the freak off, but what he did was Puff gave him money. That came out in court. He made it go away. He made it go away. Put it that way. But I believe that's why if he said that he was violated, I'm more inclined to believe him. Now, here's the thing: a lot of people think Cassie was given a deal because maybe at some of these freak offs, it happened to some of these other dancers that something was put, because she said she used GHB. And the reason why she used it because it was a dissociative effect. It was a dissociative effect where she can do things and she's not really there mentally. She's not really there mentally. Yeah, she's not really there mentally. So that's why she used that. But Puff didn't really like her using certain drugs because she would pass out during a freak off, and the freak off is over at that point. Because one time she woke up, when she finally woke up, he was freaking out, standing over like, "Yo, Cassie, what the fuck?" They were freaking out because they thought she like was gone. You know what I'm saying? Like something seriously happened to her. So he said, "I don't want you taking certain things during the freak off because then the freak off is over." He might have it somewhere locked away. But anyway, I believe they settled with him. I believe Puff gave him some money. So it didn't come out. But what he was saying probably was true. All the stuff he was saying. He said stuff about DJ Khaled and all them people. He said he was around it all. And Cassie did say he was one of them that was around. Now, I believe some of the workers are going to be testifying. So this case is really going to be just ODing off of him now. Listen, after she testified, everything else, they just going to be ODing off of him to make sure they get a conviction. But he's really behind. He's really behind. This is a case, if it was me, this is a case where I would plead out. And look, I'm gonna tell you guys what happened. It's some exhibits that the defense didn't even have. Tenny Garrigo stood up and was like, "Look, nah, I'm not dropping the link, man. I have to go solo on. I can't drop the link because I don't know what y'all gonna say and mess my video up. I can't drop the link, man. I'm sorry about that. This is not where I'm dropping the link. And if I'm dropping the link, it has to be either somebody I see every day that's with me in the courtroom. That's it. That's the only way I'm gonna drop the link. You know what I'm saying? It's not you, Chris. It's just that we got paid actors out here that's trying to ruin people's stuff. And I'm seeing it happen in real time. You got paid crisis actors outside looking to start trouble with somebody. But look, it's so heavily fortified out there, they can't even start trouble. So you know what they try to do? They try to get you to do something to them. That's what they're trying to do. They'll yell in your face, stuff like that. And then they'll have people come in the courtroom, ice grilling everybody. Ain't nobody studying them. You know what I'm saying? Because they got guards everywhere. Ain't nothing they can do, man. Just watch your boy get cooked, man. Just watch Comey. It's all third verse, man. This is all first verse. When she was sitting there, I was like, she's like in her loaded Lux, man. It's all first verse. It's all first verse. I said that in my mind when they showed the text message. I don't believe the defense had that exhibit. Yeah, they tried to lure you in, but they like, let me work. Please let me work. Please let me work. And I know people are saying when they reacted, and so they said that the jury reacted to Cassie, but what they're not telling you is that they react in a positive or a negative way to Cassie. Listen, at this point, he's lucky for a hung jury. Or he's lucky to get found guilty on certain things and innocent on the others. It could happen like that. But this is all first verse, man. No, T is not going to pardon him. He would have did it already. You don't have to wait the trial to pardon somebody. Ask Biden. Ask Biden, man. Even though his pardons might not be legit because he was out of the country when he did it. Trump said it. So Trump could go after them if he wanted to, but he not. Because they, even though they went after him, even though the Biden Justice Department went after him, you know what I'm saying? I don't think he's going to return the favor, though. That's just what type of dude he is. See, some of these people got you believing that the bad guys, they got you really believing that the good guys are the bad guys and the bad guys are the good guys. That's how they flipped it around. I thought with the internet it'll make it easier for everybody to be educated, but it's not. It put a wool over us even more. That's what I'm saying. We got all this right in front of us, but you also still got to discern what's going on. But yes, they got people coming into chats. This lady told me. She told me. Because when I'm there, they leaking certain information to us. They said, yeah, he got people. He got people all throughout media. You know what I'm saying? In hopes, because the jury, they're listening to this. They're listening to it. So here's the thing. If he really got a good defense lawyer, maybe they can get him out that firebombing. Maybe they can say how we know he did it. How we know he had somebody do it. Can you prove it? Maybe it was a coincidence. That's a hell of a coincidence. So you sent a text message. I knew, guys, before the trial started, I said women keep their text messages. Apparently, he kept all his text messages too, y'all. He did. He didn't delete no text messages either, because he got text messages on Cassie talking slick. We'll get to that in a second. But he sent a text message, right? Because he got all the text messages Cassie ever sent to him. But the text message he sent to Cassie, because I understand why he was upset. I understand why he's upset. He taking care of her, stuff like that. And he set up studio time with Kid Cudi, and she dating Kid Cudi now. And he appears to be self-conscious. He's self-conscious. The younger Kid Cudi messing with his girl and stuff like that. I don't care how much money he got. He's self-conscious. And no, I'm sorry, not self-conscious, insecure. He's insecure. He's not secure. He's insecure. That's why he got to take all these drugs and stuff to make him his personality enhanced, because he can't do it without the drugs. He can't do it. What you see in there, that's why you see that guy with the gray hair in there. That is Sean. That's not Diddy no more. You looking at Sean. You just looking at a regular Sean Combs. The government did him so crazy that they turned him back into Sean Combs. And here's the crazy part. I don't know if he was supposed to survive it. You know why? Because he was addicted when they arrested him. Because when they arrested him in his hotel room, they found all types of drugs in his hotel room. And he had to kick that shit cold turkey. You hear me? He had to kick it cold turkey when they arrested him. Because I could see if he was in treatment before they got arrested, he ain't taking that stuff no more, right? He actually literally had to go through withdrawals at MDC. Allegedly. I'll say allegedly. Mentally, I see why he gray, yo. He probably was already gray like that, but he got even grayer when he was up in there. Okay. And the Kid Cudi situation, I believe the government had already known about it. I believe the government has been watching him for a very long time. And then Cassie complained, okay, let's move in, because they got her 2 weeks after the lawsuit was made public, and she had already settled, and they still talk to her. Now it's turned criminal now. I don't think she knew that was going to happen. I don't think so. I think she was just happy she got out the way, got her money, let me roll. But hey, after all the stuff she went through, fuck it, let him go to jail. Yo, she don't care. I'm gonna tell you what happened. He underestimated Cassie. Just to let y'all know that. You never judge a book by its cover. Never. I don't care how they look or whatever the case is. That's what that guy in front of the federal building found out, yelling at everybody, and his ass was on the ground. He misjudged somebody, and they had him enjoying that dirty ass New York rainwater, right on the ground. on his back. He ain't had no shirt on either, but he was on his back. He was walking around. He had a pool. He had a pool ball in a sock. And he was walking around threatening people with it. He had a pool ball in a sock. Just to let y'all know, he did. And people, some people shook. Some people were shook though, right? Some people are shook. But he did. Guys, I can't make this up. He had a pool ball in a sock, yo. And he told people, he said, when I come back, I'm not coming alone. And I'm going to turn this shit out. He said that. People were laughing at him. We were laughing at him. I was recording him and laughing. I said, he's a crisis. I yelled, he's a crisis actor. Don't worry. He's a crisis actor. He getting paid to disrupt. He getting paid. And even the police said it. That's why they ain't mess with him. And when he got beat up, the police didn't even do nothing. They didn't intervene. They was like hoping he would get beat up more. They was hoping that he would get beat up more. And they would have just got the guy off on him and kept it moving. But everybody know there's paid actors out there. That's why the police is a heavy police presence. They already know. And I'm going to tell you something. Right around the time when the jury is deliberating, there's going to be a very heavy police presence out there because people are ready to set it off, yo. They are ready. I see the people out there. They're going to try to set it off on whoever they're going to set it off on. Yeah, he had a pool ball in a sock. And he walking around. There's a video going around out there that he cussing at this sister. He cussing at a sister too. And people respect that. He's sitting there cussing at a sister, calling her a bitch. You know what I'm saying? And I stood around while he was doing it. I stood there just in case he did something to her. I was going to intervene, just in case if he did. And it wasn't just me. It was some other guys there too, because that was a sister he was talking to. You know what I'm saying? So, but I said, he not going to do nothing. He getting paid to do this. And they was like, yeah, he not really attacking anybody. He just getting up in people's face talking crap. But it was very strategic. You could tell this guy got education. See, I can read him. I said to somebody, I said, just because he look all wild, he's probably Ivy League educated. He looks like he's Ivy League educated. They was like, really? How you know? I said, listen to his voice inflections. Listen. And people say, yo, you right. I said, he educated. He's being paid by somebody. He's not really from the streets. He's really not. I could see it. And when he walked past me, he was yelling, right? And then he walked past me. He said, hey, how you doing? Just like that. He said, man, I'm good. How you doing? Just like that. And he said it in a low voice to me, and he kept going. I was like, yo, this dude is really being paid. He's a paid actor. And then he'll go rest a little bit. He'll go to the park, get himself together, and then he'll come back and yell some more. He'll yell some more, yo. It's hilarious. He said, please read my message about my daughter wrote a book. I am not here trouble, but what did she write a book on? Did she write a book on something about the case? It was a domestic situation. Was it about Puff, or because I can't get into that right now. I'm talking about the Puff case. You know what I'm saying? But domestic violence. Okay. I think people should read that because they will understand it why people stay the way they do. Because people think she enjoyed getting her ass kicked. Nobody enjoys getting their ass kicked. I promise you. Nobody does. Nobody enjoys it. Okay. And then he also said what he'll do to her in a text message. She leave him. It's all there. It's all there. You said, hey, sorry, I came in late. What charge are they getting Diddy on? Because it seems like they were just freaks. I don't understand what you're saying. You got to rewind back, then you'll understand. You got to rewind it back. I've already explained that you have to be it's 2 predicate felons. And the 2 predicate acts, and they already got them on the 2 already. This is a matter of formality. It really is. It's a matter of formality at this point. Yeah, it's a matter of formality. Yeah, it's saying that they were just freaks. Nah, it wasn't. It's more than that. The government has been watching them. It's more than that. Okay, it's more than that. Did he use some of his bodyguards to hide her in a hotel somewhere? The answer is yes. That's one predicate act, because it has to be in concert with two or more, with one or more people in your organization. Number 2, did he threaten to blow Kid Cudi car up? He sent in a text message to her, and the damn car got blown up. That is number 2. Anything else? So yeah, we keep talking about the freaks, but we people keep missing the Kid Cudi situation. And Lord help me if he testify. Lord help him. If he testify, Lord have mercy. They just really ODing off of him at this point. Then I'm gonna really feel kind of sorry for him. They definitely getting them on the RICO too, CJ. They getting them on the RICO. I just explained it. See, when you think of RICO, you thinking John Gotti, right? Getting money and all that. That's not RICO. That's not, the RICO don't have to be that. It's not mafia. And then he allegedly met with Kid Cudi, because according to the text, man, he met with Kid Cudi. He said, we need to set up a meeting between Diddy, Kid Cudi, and Cassie so they could talk about them not dating no more, right? And then in the meeting, he said, Kid Cudi, like, what about my car? He said, what car? And then walked out. Like he's the last Don. Yo, we might have the Don on trial, y'all. We got the Don. He's on trial. The last Don. If he testify, he getting ready to get cooked. I'm just telling y'all that. I'm just telling you, I don't know. Listen, I already knew Comey was no joke, because her dad is a former FBI director. You know what I'm saying? She got that in her. Look, you don't be a former FBI director if you ain't with it. Listen, man, she with it. She with the shit, man. I'm telling y'all this. They don't even need Al B. Sure. They don't even need him at this point. I'm just telling you that they don't. No, I hope he don't testify, because because then they gonna cook him. He has a right to remain silent, and the jury cannot hold that against him. If the jury felt like they found 2 predicate acts beyond reasonable doubt, then they'll convict him on it. But remember, it's not what I say, it's what the jury say. But I'm telling you, I already see the predicate act. I already see it. It's in the text message. Hey, Ms. VS. It's in the text message. Hey, Carla. We got Carla in the house. What's going on with you? But I'm telling you guys, it don't look good, yo. The evidence is right there. You cannot refute it. It's right there. Okay? It's right. People are mad about it because I get it. I know why people mad. Guys, you got to understand something. Let me explain this. Diddy is responsible for a lot of people's salaries. Okay? He got a team to wake him up in the morning, make sure his breakfast is made. He don't have to do nothing. He's like King Joffrey Joffer, man. He don't have to do nothing. Kid Cudi, really, if he testify, really, Comey is just ODing at this point. Prosecutor Comey is ODing, man. If she do that, she ODing. Okay? She just really having her fun with it. She really having her way, man. Because there's a text message of him saying, I'm going to blow his car. And look, he said, don't worry, we're going to be out of the country before the car blows up. We're going to be out of the country first. And the damn car blew up, folks. That's predicate act number 1. And then there's proof that he had his bodyguards take stuff from her when she got out of pocket. You know, take cars from her, take cell phones. Like he's the father reprimanding her. That's predicate act number 2. Because you got to have somebody in concert with you doing your dirty work for you. And then you know that scar she have on her eyebrow? When she don't wear makeup, you can see it. It's a scar. He had her, instead of going to the hospital that night, right? He had his people take her to a plastic surgeon that he know in Beverly Hills. That is predicate act number 3. Okay? That's predicate act number 3. So they're done with the RICO. Just let y'all know. They're done with it. The RICO is over now. On to the sex trafficking. Okay? We're on to that. Now, technically, she was a sex worker. You know why? Because who was she employed by? Was she employed by Bad Boy Records? Did she sign a 10-album deal or not? Yes or no? This is how the government are using the law against him. They're using it against him, right? He can say, no, this is my girlfriend. But he never really publicly said that was his girlfriend. Hello. He never publicly said that. So she never worked. He gave her everything she had. He gave her a house. He gave her money, clothes, everything. Technically, she was on the clock as a sex worker. Okay? This wasn't a regular situation. Every time he called, every time he hit her up is about some goddamn free calls. This woman has so many free calls. I'm lucky she's still alive. This woman is harder than you think she is. The stuff that she had to go through, she's lucky to be alive. Even Puff said in a text message, we're lucky to be alive. Yeah, he gave her all that with strings and stipulations. But here's the sex work. He told her through text message, go set up the freak off. And the freak off always consisted of her having sex. There it is. That's the sex trafficking. Did they cross state lines? Yes or no? It's done. They don't care that you think they're doing this to a black man. You got to go by the law. We got to go by the law here. If you go by the law, he's cooked like a rotisserie chicken on the 4th of July. He's cooked. And people know he cooked. They worried. I can see how the looks on their face. I can see the looks on his son's face. But they'll tell you there's something that I don't do. I don't be all up in their face. And I refuse to get on the elevator with them. Because I was right there. I was walking right in back of them. And I could have got on the elevator if I wanted to. I'm not getting on the elevator with them. I don't want to be around them. Because I don't believe in celebrities like that. They just regular people to me. And look, I didn't even look their way. I didn't give them that satisfaction. When I tell you I was with them, I had to walk with them because the guard was like, look, you got to walk to the elevator. You already got checked in. You got to walk to the elevator. They won't let you stand there. You got to walk to the elevator. I was like, all right, fuck. I got to walk with them. I didn't want to walk with them. Okay. I didn't want to walk with them and I didn't want to talk to them. I'm letting them know that they regular fucking people. I'm letting them know that they're regular people. This person right here, you cannot come in this chat and say I was showing my teeth to you because I'm not, because you don't deserve it. Y'all don't deserve that. The reason why y'all don't deserve that is because everybody always in y'all face. Y'all don't deserve that. Y'all need to be treated like regular people because you here to support your father. You're not here with all these cameras in your face. They don't deserve that kind of treatment. Because it's not their fault that they're here. It's not Justin's fault. It's not Christian's fault. It's not Quincy's fault. Okay? That they're here. It's Puff's fault that they're here. So so celebrity could tell you if she here, let's get on the elevator. I'm not getting on the elevator with them, yo. I'm not getting on the elevator. I won't even look at them. I won't even look at them. I felt bad that I even recorded them when I did record them. I felt bad about that. You know what I'm saying? So I really moved like that. I went by Jaguar Wright, man. I'm like, who is this, yo? Just went right by, man, like I ain't see her, yo. She out there just looking goofy as fuck, yo. I'm just straight up telling you. What's she doing out there for? What you doing out there? You out there getting clicks like everybody else talking about we out here getting clicks, talking about the YouTubers. We out here getting clicks. Baby, you get more clicks than me. What you talking about? You get more clicks than me. You get more clicks than me. And then she said, we really have to worry about what we're talking about here. We really have to be careful. Jaguar, there's so many undercover agents in the crowd that's blended in. That's crazy. They got people blended in. They got people blending in. Did you know that? Listen, Jaguar, do you know that they got people blended in the courtroom? That's undercover agents that you don't even know about. They're watching everybody. They making sure nothing happens in there. I promise you this. They watching me. They every time I turn around, somebody watching me. They watching everybody because they don't know I could be there for Puff. They don't know that. They know that now. If they see my videos, I'm really just there to report and give it to you guys how I'm gonna give it to you. But yes, they got everybody. And look, they can research people by facial by their face. They can research people by their face because they were pointing at somebody. They said, "All right, we got her. I heard it. They can literally. They got a machine. They can research you when you come in by your. They could take a picture of your face and find out who you are. This shit is crazy." You said Delilah said she saw people up top and down below. What does that mean? Yeah, facial recognition. Hey, can you what does that mean up top and down below? What does that mean? YouTube unfolded. Yeah, facial recognition. If you got any type of warrants, you better be careful. Coming in that courtroom. I mean, coming on them court ground, that federal grounds, you gotta be careful. Yep, because at any time they could pull you aside. They come with us at any time. So there's some guys that they be in the courtroom. They don't stay long. They sit in the back and they just grill everybody. Okay, they look like they are with the shits. I'm just telling you this. And they grill everybody, right? And they don't realize that there's agents sitting everywhere and they're looking at them and they go follow them. They don't realize that. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. Everywhere. So, yeah, you said only, but no, there's crazy people out there being paid, but they're not bothering the people that's being paid though. Like the guy that was causing all that ruckus, the cops already knew what it was about. Because if he really did try something, man, you had so many people out there with firepower, guys, he wouldn't have made it. I'm just telling you, if he had hit somebody with that pool thing, he wouldn't have made it. He wouldn't have made it. But they weren't really worried about him because they know that, you got protesters out there. You got that type of stuff. YouTube Unfolded, they got every branch there, just about. And they're undercover though. They like walk in the street, stuff like that. And I can tell you for certain that ain't they watching, they wait, they think they expecting trouble to break out, but it's not gonna break out though. But yeah, I'm just genuine, right, Carla? That's it. And people like don't believe. I'm telling you, they got him right there. They got him. Now it's up to his lawyers to maybe try to pull out a miracle. Maybe they could find some corruption somewhere and pull out a miracle. That might happen in the what you call it, the appeals process. He could have actually the appeals, like Cosby did or something. But as of right now, that judge is making sure that they're not making any errors. This judge is very thorough. This judge is very, 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 very thorough. Guess what? He's one of the best judges I've ever heard before. He's one of the best. Actually, he might be the best that I've ever heard. He don't miss nothing. He don't miss a beat. And look, let me tell you how he don't miss a beat. Because when Dawn Richard got up there, right? Because she know him as Puff. She said, yeah, I know him as Puff. So the prosecutor said, okay, for the record, we're just going to call him Puff, right? So she said, well, tell us what Puff said. The judge said, hold on a second. His name is Mr. Combs. His name is Mr. Combs. You refer to him as Mr. Combs. He's very fair. You refer to him as Mr. Combs. He's not Puff. Okay? Continue. No, you're not, because I even said that, no, you're not going to call him Puff. That's Mr. Combs. That's Mr. Combs to you. And he reprimanded. He said, no, that's Mr. Combs. You call him Mr. Combs, not Puff. Okay? I'm telling you, this is what I'm seeing. Yeah, his name is Mr. Sean John Combs. Okay? His name is not Puffy. His name is not Puff Daddy. Those are his nom de plumes. Those are what you call his AKAs. Puff, Puffy, Puff Daddy, Diddy, P. Diddy, Love, Brother Love. Lord have mercy, he got so many. Okay, and the judge is fair because when the defense is up with the cross examination, the government be trying to say trying to object, and he like no, overruled. He's very fair. Now the messages to Puff, excuse me, Mr. Combs, I'll say that. She did have messages saying in early on. She had a lot of raunchy messages though. It's not he saved all his text messages. God damn, I never seen a man save all his text messages. Have you? He saved all his text messages. Early on, she was like, I can't wait for the freak off. And she had this one message where I can't wait to have my legs behind my head to have a big C in my P. Okay? A big C in my P. Now, this is what I think about that. She was just saying anything to please him so she could be number one. That's it. She didn't like no damn freak offs. She didn't. See, he underestimated her. He thought she was stupid. Listen, she chose to go with move on from Ryan Leslie to him because he had a lot of money. She said it. She said he was larger than life. And the defense attorney said, what do you mean by larger than life? What you mean by that? See, the defense attorneys did a good job with that because she's not stupid. People say, oh, she's young. No, she was with him because he got paper. That's why she was with him, because he got paper. That's why. So she had to do the freak offs. She had to because she ain't had no career. Okay. He provided her all the unlimited amount of money. Yeah, she referred to him as Sean. She called him Sean. And that's why he said before the only people that could call him Sean is his mother and Jay-Z. Maybe because she used to call him Sean and they broke up. Oh, because he did come out and say that. The only people that could call me Sean is my mother and Jay-Z. But she referred to him as Sean. And they're not together no more. So yeah, she told him what he wanted to hear. And you know what I'm saying? Because that's all she said. She used to say it. I used to try to hurry up and get the freak offs over so me and him could be together. In her sick mind at the time, she thought doing that could get closer to Puff. But she didn't want to do the freak offs. But now here's the thing. Here's where it turned really bad on her though. It got really bad when he found out she was messing with Kid Cudi. Then it got real. Them ass his whoopings got severe. They got severe on her, yo. Okay, they got severe. She had a price to pay. Okay, so yeah, they were like really over the top swingers, if that's what you want to call it. They were like over the top swingers, and she did that to please him because he didn't just do it with her; he did it with Kim Porter. It was written in, well, if you believe the book, I don't know if it's true, but if you believe the book, they said when she was pregnant, he had to have, saying if you believe that book, I don't know if I believe, but if you believe the book, right? He did it with everybody. Okay. And Cassie, she thought she was going to be more than that. She was trying to get his attention. She wanted to be Mrs. Combs. She wanted to marry him and she wanted to have a baby. You see what I'm saying? But he ain't want that. He just wanted her just for the freak off. So she said at the end, so you got to understand something. Cassie was young when she met him, but she matured when she was with him because they were together over 11 years. So she wasn't the same person that she was 11 years ago. She wasn't the same person. She grew up. And she's like, listen, either you're going to be with me and I'm going to be your main one, okay, or I'm taking the highway. She grew up on him. She became a woman. She became a grown woman, while she was dating him. So the last straw was when Kim Porter passed away. At the memorial, he said Kim Porter was his soulmate. She said, well, goddamn, I'm sitting here doing all these freak offs with you, doing this, making sure you're taken care of in a sexual way. I'm doing all this for you. And you can't even give you can't give a bitch a title #1, bitch. God damn. You can't even give me that title. You can't even help a sister out. Fuck you. I'm leaving and I'm getting ready to take your motherfucking money. I'm getting ready to take your motherfucking. He had her fucked up. She said, I'm about to take your motherfucking money. Somebody got in her ear, yo. Somebody real got in her ear. I bet your husband like, yo, we gonna take this motherfucker's money. Yeah, we gonna hit him, baby, where it hurts. Because he didn't care nothing about the he thought of people as his subordinates. He didn't think of that's why I don't have no sympathy for him, because he looked down at people. Now he want to come back to the black community and get help. Fuck you. You look down at everybody. See, that's how I see it. You look down at everybody. I'm being fair though, but you look down at people. He looked down at people that like they were nothing. Okay, because he said I'm Puff Daddy. Like he really believed in his mind. I'm Puff Daddy and I'm the king. He thought he was a king, and everybody else was his like understudies or some shit. But he had her fucked up and her husband fucked up. I know her husband helped her. I don't care what nobody say. Her husband said, "We gonna get this motherfucker's money." Okay, we gonna get this motherfucker's money, because I'm gonna tell you why. When he sent Cassie a note, he said, "I want my money back." Okay. I want the money back because I got this personal trainer for you. You're going to go fuck the hell. I want my money back. He want the money back that he paid the personal trainer. Okay. Because he had her fucked up. He thought that she was stupid and docile. This woman wasn't like that. I could have told him that. Ain't she from goddamn New York? I could have told him that. I could have told his ass that. A Connecticut, I could have told him that. She from the tri-state. I could have told him that. This woman ain't stupid. And guess what? She kept all of the devices that had the freak off videos on them. She kept them. But you know what she said? Well, the reason why I kept the devices, because Tenny Garrett goes, oh, like, why you keep the devices with the freak? Because the only freak off videos we have in this trial is your videos. See, they lied to y'all. Remember how they said, oh, Justin Bieber and all that? All the freak off videos came from her. And it came from her devices. So you said Puff got all this, but all the freak off videos came from you, baby. Like, why'd you keep the devices? Well, with her cute self. She is beautiful with her cute self. And put her hands on her stomach, because her stomach is huge, yo. Well, the reason why I kept them, because I didn't want to throw them away. And I didn't want to get them fixed either, because I didn't want to take them to the Apple store and they see some stuff on it they don't need to see. That woman is cold, yo. That woman is cold as ice. And she's there to put his ass away. Okay? She took his money. She got a $30 million, and she's there to put his ass away. She don't got no feeling over it now. You gonna sit up here? You didn't. I wanted to be the number one. And you sit up here and treated me like you treated me like a side piece. Because she heard that she's a side piece. You treated me like a side piece these whole years. I got your side piece, bitch. I got your side piece. Yo, if you keep messing around with Comey and all them, he going to FDX Florence. They keep messing with them. He should have took a deal. He on his way to FDX Florence. You said, how did Kim have babies for him and she was with him 11 years? They didn't use protect. No. He was very careful with that celebrity scandalous. Yes. Yeah. Oh no, that's celebrity right there. She knows she was there. Celebrity was there. She just asking the question. Yeah, she never got pregnant because he was very careful about it. He didn't want to get the side piece pregnant. Puff didn't want to have kids with her, and she knew it. She was just a sex worker. Yeah, she kept those. Thank you, celebrity. Thank you for the blessing. She kept those phones for the protect. Yeah, she did. You see, he got her messed up because she knew at some point she might need him. And look, let me tell you why he didn't. You know how people said he allegedly had what's her name deleted? Well, check this out. That girl is smart. I think she thought her deletion was coming. You know what she did? Because he threatened her, yo. And you know what she said? You know what she did? She CC'd in the email his assistant and email her mother and them saying that he's threatening to kill me. That's why he didn't do it, because that would have been evidence on him. That would have been evidence on him if he had tried to. Because he wouldn't have been nowhere in the country. Yeah, look, I did not tell you guys the reason why he didn't settle out the first time. Because if he had settled, right, the case would have never went public. But once her lawsuit went public, the feds picked it up. They picked it up 2 weeks later. They questioned her because the feds had already been watching. They probably been watching Puff since Biggie passed away. Facts. They've been watching him. They had a file on him since Biggie passed away. They just got tired of his big head ass. They got tired of him. Okay? I'm just telling, my head big too, so I can say that. So I'm just saying to you. Hey, LaShane. Hey, Carla. Hey, Vina. So is it Vina or Vina? Yeah. Hey, Sky Queen. Guys, I'm just talking like this because I gotta get passionate. I can't talk dull on this because I gotta bring the energy. That's why I'm talking like this, just to let y'all know. Somebody told me, Max, you gotta change your vibration, man. Somebody hit me up this morning and told me, dude, one of the YouTubers I met, one of the big YouTubers told me, Max, you gotta change your vibration, man. I said, what you mean? Bro, you're not bringing a ruckus. You gotta change your vibration. I watched your video, almost went to sleep. I said, yeah, I got to. He said, yeah, man, when you're in the car, it's better. He said, because you be in it. You know what I'm saying? He said, you can't be like, yeah, guys, what happened in court today? No, he said, you got to bring it, yo. Like, guys, what happened in court? You won't believe this shit. You know what I'm saying? But he said, you got to bring it. You got to bring it. He said, and then if you can't bring it no more, just sign off if you get tired. But you got to bring it. He said, you're giving the good information, but you got to bring it. I said, okay, cool. This is a big YouTube. I ain't going to tell you who it was. It was a woman that y'all all watch. So, yeah. So, I was like, okay. So, yeah, guys, she was like, damn. She said, this woman is smart. She sent an email to her mother, yo. She sent an email. Okay, YouTube. I know you don't. She sent an email to the mother saying he might do something to her. So that's why, maybe she stayed. But she was done. Look, after she was done with him, after he said Kim Porter was his soulmate, she was done. She already had moved on anyway. She went with her boyfriend was a trainer at the time. But she wasn't quite open. What happened was, this is what I like what the defense did. They made it seem like, because when she was with Puff, her then boyfriend, which is now her husband, FaceTimed her. And she canceled the FaceTime when she was with Puff. And then when her husband found out about it, he put a hole through the wall. She said, did that happen? Did he put a hole to the wall? She said, yeah, he put a hole through the wall. And they were trying to allude to the fact without saying that maybe she lied about the R word because her then boyfriend found out. But any way you look at it, the defense did their job on that. You see what I'm saying? I'm giving the defense props listen, guys, look, if he loses this case, it's not the defense fault. That's a whole fact. It ain't Tenny Garrigo's fault. When I tell you right now, Tenny Garrigos is all that in a bag of chips. Guys, I'm telling you, she is. This woman stood up. She said to the judge, because you know the judge don't play. She said, I want these exhibits now. I want these exhibits right now. Not tomorrow. I want them now. She said, because we sitting up here having a trial by surprise. I forget what you call it. It's not a trial by surprise. It's a trial by something. We're not going to sit up here and have a trial by surprise now. Because, you know, them text messages are damaging. He's sitting up there talking about he want to do something, the kid cut a car, and it really happened. You said, Max, please take care of yourself, bro. Oh man, I'm good. I'm sitting here relaxing. I don't know if it's gonna rain today. Yeah, trial by ambush. Thank you. Yeah, she said we don't want to have a trial by ambush. Okay. Yes, they got ambushed. I don't think they knew about them text messages. If they knew about that text message, they would have tried to settle out of this. They would have like, yo, we gotta take a deal, yo. Puff, we gotta take a deal, fam. You ain't winning this. You gotta take a deal, man. But he said, no, we ain't taking no deal. Because it could be he said he want to be in control. That's Puff Daddy. You see what I'm saying? Even though that's Sean Combs, excuse me. Mr. Sean Combs sitting there, he still think he Puff Daddy, man. Okay? I'm Puffy. We know him as Puffy. But what does he go by now? Love? Like, I'm a king sitting here. You guys work for me. We not taking no deal. We going to the damn box with it. We going to the door. Okay. You have a right to go to the door, sir, but it ain't their fault. They get paid at the end of the day, just let y'all know. Because Tenny Garagos look everything like $1 million. I'm just telling you that. Okay, she was glowing when she walked past me. But trust me, black queens forever, snow bunnies never. I had to say that to myself. Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. Yo, man, look, y'all, listen, man, yo, don't mind me, y'all, don't mind me, yo, Tenny, if you're hearing this, my bad, yo, my bad. She married anyway. She got a kid. She married anyway. Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. Yo, his lawyer, she hasn't stepped up to the plate yet. You know his lawyer he just hired on? She's there. You know the brother that be commenting on the Law and Crime Network sometime? He's there. He's not on Diddy's side, though. He should have hired him. He's a correspondent sometime for CNN, a legal correspondent. He was there. You know what Gloria, oh, man, I ain't going to tell you what she said. She was like, this man cooked, yo. Gloria Allred said it. He cooked. She said he cooked, yo. No, it wasn't Gloria Allred. It was Lisa Bloom. Like, he cooked. I know was it Gloria or Lisa Bloom? Because they're both together. Who said it? It was Gloria Allred. She said he cooked, yo. It don't matter. She said he cooked. Listen, trial by ambush. Thank you, Carlin, and whoever else said it. She said we are not. Listen, I had to remind myself, black queens forever, snow bunnies never. The way she said it, I was just so impressed with her. She said, Judge, we need our exhibits now. I am not sitting here having a trial by ambush. Just the way she said, I was like, Lord, have mercy. Okay, I black queens forever, though. Snow bunnies never. I had to remind myself, Lord, have mercy, because she walked right past me. She tall, too. Tall. Tisa tall, too. That's a tall girl. That's a big girl, too. I'm a mess, too, because I had to remind myself, celebrities, snow bunnies never. But I'm just having fun with it. I'm having fun because this is a movie. Celebrity is in it, and she said this is a movie we're watching. He said, so you're safe, maybe. He said, I mean, she's technically not a snow bunny. Who's not a snow bunny? She is a snow bunny. Oh, because you're saying she Greek? What do you mean by that? She married, though. But I was just joking because when I said, because the way she walked like a supermodel walking past, I'm like, what the fuck? Black Queens Forever. I looked at my camera. Black Queens Forever. Snow Bunnies Never. Yes, indeed. Umar was on my right shoulder. Yeah, she said, we're not having a trial by ambush because they need their exhibits. They don't want to be waiting up there in front of the jury and find out about these text messages. Yeah, I'm talking about Tenny. I don't know. Maybe she is Armenian. But if she see it, they probably laugh. You know what I'm saying? Because they do watch, bro. They be watching these joints. Because Black Rob's sister, I met Black Rob's sister. If y'all know Black Rob, whoa, you know that song like whoa. She was talking to Brian Steele, right? Brian Steele's like, I like your commentary, by the way. And she froze, and he just walked by and looked at her. She ain't know what to say. She's like, did he just say what I said? Yeah, he watch you. He know everybody out here. They know they watch. They just like us. They regular people. They want to know what you talking about. Yeah, he said that to her, yo, and then walked through. And he looked serious though. He get there early in the morning. I think he get there when Puff get there because he told the judge, I want to get there when Mr. Combs get there so I can talk to him. So he might have something up his back sleeve. So it ain't over yet. Let me just say that it ain't over yet. So he all they have to do is create doubt. Even though I already told you of the text messages, if you got a good enough lawyer to paint that picture, maybe they could create some doubt. All he needs is one juror. I think at best, folks, he'll get a hung jury. At best. What's up, JC? You said Max can't be around no fine women. I said, no, I ain't no predator, JC. Celebrity Scandalous, tell him I'm not no predator. I'm just chilling. Celebrity Scandalous be with me every day. I am chilling. I'm there to get some content. At best, I will say, man, they can get a hung jury, man. Really. We'll see. But we still got a long way to go here. We got 6 to 8 weeks to go, and then the defense have to put on their case. No, he don't go free if they have a hung jury. They more than likely would try the case again. But if they get another hung jury, they get a second hung jury, then they're going to have to decide, do we really have enough to convict this man beyond reasonable doubt? And maybe they'll let him go. Or he can negotiate a better deal, like a sweeter deal. But the only problem is, though, with a hung jury, he can't get out. So he have to wait there until the trial begin again. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of sucks for him. But he still ain't going away for life. He's facing up to life. The judge may not sentence him to life. You know what I'm saying? We just got to see that Brian Steele and them and Tenny could create that picture. The best lawyer, look, Brian Steele and Tenny ain't no joke. I'm just letting y'all know that. And Mark Agnifilio is good too. And all of them are good. All his lawyers are good. But Tenny stands out. She stands out. And Brian Steele. I can tell, she's a chip off the old block. Her dad is Mark Garagos. So of course she was going to be good. I expected her to be good. It's just in her DNA. But she ain't to be messed with. I'm just telling y'all that. She said, I want these exhibits now. And just like that. Guys, I had to sit back in my seat when she said that. Just the way she said it. I said, shout out to her, man. She advocating for Puff. Shout out to her. So, yeah, Brian Steele is on the team. And Brian Steele, let me tell y'all something real quick what Brian Steele did. Brian Steele made his presence known immediately. He cross-examined the security guard that was working at the Continental Hotel at the time during that incident in the hallway. Okay. Now, I want to talk about that for a second to give y'all a perspective here on why she sued him. Okay, why she sued him. Because you remember in her original lawsuit, she had Bad Boy Records, Puff, everybody, Sean John that she was suing. but she also listed the Continental Hotel. You know what this fool did? The security guard, he a LAPD cop now. But you know what he did? He recorded the video and sent it home and let his wife watch it. Yeah, that's what he did. That's why the video looks the way it looks, though. I know y'all like, damn, why the video ain't clear? He recorded on his cell phone through the TV. So he said they was like, well, why'd you do that? He said, so my wife could believe what happened. Yeah, he represented Young Thug. So then the dude, his testimony saying that he had to hold Puff against the wall by his chest. That never happened. Brian Steele said, why'd you say that? You held him by the hand. Why you say by the chest? Yeah, Brian Steele made him not credible. So he wasn't a credible witness, in my opinion, thanks to Brian Steele. That's why she sued the hotel, because that was that video leaked out. You know what I'm saying? And that's why she just finished selling. She settled last week for $10 million. Because the video wasn't supposed to get leaked. That's private stuff. But he leaked. The reason why it leaked, because he recorded on his cell phone. So that was found out. That's how we know. But Puff paid somebody money. That's why he said the video was manipulated. Yeah, his credibility was shot thanks to Brian Steele. Brian Steele, I'm going to tell you what somebody told me. I can't tell you because now I'm leaking information. I can't tell you. Celebrity, can I tell him that? What Brian Steele said? No, I don't think I could say it. Because I'm getting secondhand information. I don't know if he said this. But if it's true, this is going to come down to the wire. If what he said is true, this is going to come down to the wire. I'm just going to tell you that right there. I ain't going to say that. It's going to come down to the wire. It's going to be like a photo finish, as we say. No, I can't say it. Yeah, you said, yeah, tell him it's alleged. He allegedly said, I'm going to win this shit for him. He allegedly said, I'm bringing this man home. He said it. He said, I'm going to bring him home. Allegedly. He allegedly said, I'm going to bring Puff home. I'm going to win this case for him, allegedly. I'm going to win this for him. I got it. He said, I got it. I got him. He said, there's something technical going on. He might get off on technicality. It could happen like that, too. That he can get off on technicality. You know why I say that? Because it's a trial by, Tenney said it's a trial by ambush. That's violating his constitutional rights. Hello. It's violating his constitutional rights. It cannot be a trial by ambush. He has to know the evidence so they can prepare. That's why Tenney Garrigo said we need it. He said, I'm going to bring this man home. He said that, allegedly. And he allegedly said it on camera because the person, I believe he said the Black Rob sister, allegedly, on her camera because she had a camera in his face. He said, I'm bringing this man home. He said, watch me. I'm bringing this man home. Allegedly. Feel me? You said the feds may recharge if he gets off. No. That's what you call double jeopardy. They cannot charge him if he gets off on this by way of technicality. What I'm telling you is he can still get off by way of technicality. If that's the case, no, it's double jeopardy. You can't charge him anymore. Double jeopardy. You can't charge him on this no more. It's double jeopardy. This is win or all or nothing. So let me tell you all what I think. In the appeals process, if he do lose the case, he'll get out because you can't have a trial by ambush. You cannot. And he needs to know who's accusing him. He has the right to know the accuser. We still got a goddamn Jane Doe out there, man. Even though he know who he is or know who she is, there's still a Jane Doe out there. Nah, you can't have no trial by ambush. He said he can say whatever, but it doesn't mean he will bring him home. YouTube Unfolded. This is Brian Steele. This is the great Brian Steele. Okay. This man is up there with Jose Baez. in my opinion. Nobody beats Jose Baez. I'm just letting y'all know that. He's the number one lawyer for me. I seen him create 2 miracles. Okay? Because Puff need a miracle here. Okay, so if Brian still can create this miracle, then I got him up there with Jose Baez. But Jose Baez in his career, he has created 2 miracles. A miracle. Do you hear me? A Music City Miracle. Remember that? The Music City Miracle? He performed a miracle twice. Not once, twice. That makes him the best lawyer in my mind on the fucking planet right now. I bear witness if he had him on the case, Puff would be okay. I bear witness. I'm just telling you this. I don't know why he didn't get Jose Baez in conjunction with Brian Steele and Tenny Garagos. Lord have mercy. That would have been the dream team. Because Tenny is good, y'all. She's good. She's real good. She's real good. She's just like her father. Real good. But something about Jose Baez, because he bring the whole team with him. But Brian Steele, this man coming home. He said, this man coming home, watch. He said, watch me. Allegedly, he said it. Allegedly. I bear witness that this dude is the greatest lawyer on the fucking planet Earth, Jose Baez. He created 2 miracles, and I seen it. He got Aaron Hernandez a not guilty verdict. And he said it. If Aaron hadn't killed himself, I would have brought him home. And he's not lying. Guess what? And he getting ready to bring Deshaun Peterson home. Daystar Peterson. He getting ready to bring him home. Jose Baez is still on the case. Now everybody say he didn't shoot. Now they got the evidence. That's Jose Baez. He bringing the man home. Daystar Peterson don't have to have another trial. It's going to get thrown out. You hear what I'm saying to you? Daystar Peterson getting ready to come home. He's on the eve of coming home now. He's on the eve of coming home. They lied on him. Jose and his team is working on the case. He's coming home. I told y'all that. As soon as Jose Baez got on the case, I told you he coming home. He just going to have to hold on. He coming home. Now he getting ready to perform 3 miracles. He's the best lawyer on the planet Earth. I'm telling you this. If he was on Puff team, hey man, I'll just fall back and wait. You know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. I'll just have to fall back. But it wouldn't be a trial by ambush. Promise you that. That's what they're saying. It's a trial by ambush. So yes, I'll tell you that right there. Jose Baez wasn't on the Tory Lane case when he lost that case. He hired Jose Baez after the fact. You know how I know he hired him? I was on there. Check this out. During the whole Tory Lane case, I kept saying, how come he don't hire Jose Baez? And I said somebody please get to the family. I said, does anybody here know the family? Somebody said yes. I said, please hire Jose Baez. He'll come home. They said, really? I said, he'll come home. Guess what? They went and hired Jose Baez. They went and hired him. So stop playing with me. His father went and got him. And Jose Baez said, no problem. I know he got convicted. I'm going to bring him home. I'm going to bring the man home. He hired Jose for the appeals, right? But I kept screaming his name during the whole trial. I kept doing it, just like I'm doing now. So it could be a situation where Puff could get out on appeal. Because I'm surprised. Like, what do you mean they don't have all the exhibits? What do you mean? You're supposed to, it shouldn't be no surprises when it comes to court. That's what an attorney told me. He said there's no surprises when it comes to court, and you never ask a question you don't know the answer for. Never. One of the lawyers asked a question she didn't know the answer to. You never do that. That's from the Johnny Cochran style of lawyering. Never ask a question you don't already know the answer to. Never. Never. That's why there's no surprises when you go to trial. Why is there some surprises? Why is there some surprises? It appears that way, Theodis Duncan Jr. It appears that he is cooked. It appears that way, yes. Yep. And I've already told you guys why. They've already proved 2 predicate acts. They already proved it. So now they can move on to the next one. I don't care if you guys saying, oh, she loved it, she wanted to be there, this and that. That's not why he's on trial. That's not it. Okay. So what I'm saying is they've already see, you could say anything, Rachel. You're talking about the AA fee. No, let's stay focused here, y'all. They already proven 2 predicate acts. They have to get past that. He might can get off on technicality and appeals, maybe. They've already proven 2 predicate acts, in my opinion. All right, I'll wait for somebody to explain this to me. If I send a text message to my girl, right? Oh, you dating this dude? I'm gonna blow his fucking car up, right? And the next thing you know, his car blow up. Explain how I could get out of that. Explain it. And I sent her a text message from my phone. Explain that. Somebody can explain that for me. But you have to have 2 predicate acts. So that's number 1. That's the first one. We'll go to the second one in a second. But explain that. Was it a huge coincidence that his car just happened to catch on fire? And he said he was going to do it? Because he was mad as fuck when she went with Kid Cudi. No, Cassie didn't bring the case against Diddy. The feds did. That's what people don't understand. They had been watching him already. I believe they've been watching him since Biggie Smalls died. But some people here too young to realize that. Where's the crime after the text message? And Rachel, I'm not going to answer no more. The crime is his car blew up. That's the crime. Celebrity, if you there, Rachel, it's a friend of mine. She listens to Tisa Tells, right? And I'm there too. But she was like, well, Tisa said this. Listen, I'm there with Tisa. I'm there too. And I'm telling you, they got the evidence that he blew the car up. They call her 2 weeks after her lawsuit was filed. That's right, KW. Are you there, KW? Are you there in court? Or are you finding that from somebody else? But that is true. Yes, yeah. So that's the crime. What do you mean where the crime is? Rachel, they got it on text message after the fact that the car blew up. He was talking about it. God damn. They got it on text message, him talking after it blew up. I just told you that. Yeah, y'all just trying to get my pressure up, yo. I'm just going to ignore certain people. Y'all trying to get my pressure up now. But go listen to Tisa Tells, man. Just go, man. Listen to Tisa Tells, fam. Because the reason why she listened to Tisa Tells, because Tisa Tells got more views. That's why. So go to the person that got more views. I said he was talking about the firebombing after the fact. That's why his lawyer got mad and said we don't want to have trial by ambush. That's why. So y'all go, man. Where's the crime? He admitted to it. God damn. Yeah, the text messages can be used as evidence. It came from his phone. Just go listen to Tisa Tells, man. But I'm not knocking Tisa Tells because I'm right there with her. I'm sitting right in court with her. Right in court. But sometimes she be in the courtroom with Diddy, though. She can get in there. Like, I can't get in there. I'm just not trying to. It's just too much work. But I'm right there with the monitor, and I could see his reactions and everything. It seemed like people coming here just to agitate me, man, and stop, because I'm actually there every day. I'm actually there every day. I'm there every single day. I'm there. He's talking on that phone too goddamn much. That's what he's doing. He's text messaging. It's the same thing as talking over the phone. People have gotten convicted. That's what got Big Meech's brother convicted, talking on the goddamn phone. That's what Big Meech said. My brother was talking on the phone too much. That's what got us convicted. I'm telling you guys what it is because I'm there. I don't want to be questioned on what I heard. I was there. Because people are embellishing this stuff and putting some paint where it ain't. I'm not embellishing anything. I actually am telling you what the hard words that these people were saying. She don't want no trial by ambush. She said she want all the exhibits. Because they're going to be behind the 8-ball. They might not be prepared for certain stuff that's being said in court. All that is public record, the text messages. And look, and nobody would say, my bad, Max. They just came here to agitate me. Like, my bad, yo. Like, my bad. You right. My bad. Yes, he talked about the damn firebombing. Yes, he did. He talked about it. Because he was mad that she was fucking the help. That's why. He said, you know who I am? And you doing that? He said, we got to get his car, yo. His car. And we going to have his friends and them there to witness it. But we going to be out of the country before it happened. And then his car got firebombed. Yeah, but the reason why people listen to her is because she get the most views. That's why. So don't sit up here and talk to me and you are like attracted to the most views. That's not the truth. That's not the truth. That's not it. Hey, thank you to Vina. Vina, thank you for the blessing. And Carla Martin, thank you for the blessing. Thank you for the Cash App donation. I appreciate you. You guys are ensuring that we get paid parking for the rest of next week and going into week 2. We're gonna have paid parking. I'm gonna be at the trial. And so yeah. Thank you, Chantel. Thank you for your donation and comment. Thank you guys for commenting. We talking and stuff like that. I appreciate it. But people don't believe me because I'm a brother and I'm black and just who I am. They're not gonna believe me. Some people are not gonna believe me just because of who I am. That's just what it is. Some people don't like black men, and they definitely not gonna listen to us. That's just what it is, yo. And I'm being real with y'all. That's what it is. Oh, he don't know what he's talking about. But you rather go listen to, matter of fact, you're not gonna listen to me, but you're gonna listen to this white man right here. That's what y'all gonna believe. So let's go. Y'all gonna believe him. You don't gotta believe me. I'm not talking about everybody, just let y'all know. Let's listen to this white man talk. And shout out to Bruce Withers.
The better part of a week. You know, the government made their opening pitch. These are really powerful, powerful cases. What makes this a federal case is that somebody brought somebody over state lines and then a crime was committed. So it's space with interstate commerce. He's charged with 1 count of racketeering conspiracy. And I've never seen anybody charged with a racketeering conspiracy where they're the only person that's charged. You know, to have a conspiracy, you have to have what? Conspirators. Conspiracy is an agreement between two or more people in an act in furtherance of the conspiracy, an overt act. So you can't, but you can't conspire with yourself. Where are all the other people that have conspired? So he's charged with 1 count of racketeering, 1 count of sex trafficking, and 1 count of transportation to engage in prostitution. They played the video, and we'll show you the video here in a second. So now, if you remember, Cassie Ventura and Sean Puff Diddy, Puffy Daddy, Puff Diddler, the Diddler, were at a hotel, and all kinds of stuff was going on, and she tried to leave. This is the quintessential thing about sex trafficking. Now, just watch this. This is the elevators. Prosecutors in the Diddy Combs sex trial have released surveillance videos showing Combs physically assaulting the then girlfriend. So let's watch this. She doesn't even have shoes on yet. She's trying to put her shoes on here. She hasn't even had a chance to hit the elevator button. There she did. She hits it and she's trying to leave. Well, this is a 16-minute video. That does not look like consensual to me. Does it to you? And then she was asked, why were you just laying there? Because I didn't want to get hurt anymore. It's just disturbing when you watch this. And here he is in a fucking towel. Now here's the problem that Sean Puff Daddy, he doesn't have any argument against this, except for that he just lost his shit. I'm really sorry. And
So let me stop right there for a second. Did y'all hear Bruce Rivers? So let me just say this real quick. Yeah, because I had it on mute because I didn't want y'all to hear something. All right, so that particular video, did y'all hear Bruce Rivers talking? Oh, y'all said it was no sound, so y'all didn't hear Bruce Rivers or didn't hear me. Okay, y'all did hear Bruce Rivers. Oh no, I had myself on mute because I was like moving something. I didn't want to like bust y'all eardrums. Okay, so Bruce Rivers, basically what he's saying is that how do we know that that was a freak off she was coming from? Because there was text message of him saying we need to set up a freak off for that particular moment. And they called Jules. So there was a guy sitting in a hotel bed because when the security guard came up there, when she got on the phone, Because after he stomped her, she really got on the phone again. And the security guard came up and he took them to the room because she needed to get her phone. She wanted to leave. And he witnessed another man in the bed, sitting on the bed. And he didn't put that dude in the incident report because the dude wasn't involved in the fight. He was just being quiet. Well, that's Jules. His name is Jules. That's one of their favorite freak off buddies. His name is Jules. So Jules was there. Now, why was Jules there? Because they were having a freak off. That's why. They not just sitting, all three of them in the hotel room, just sitting there talking about God. They was coming. She was leaving. She was trying to leave a freak off because they got into it, and she was like, "I'm out of here." So he went and kicked her and stuff like that, and then dragged her back. That's kidnapping. He can't prove he cannot. That's why the defense tried hard to take that video out so the jury won't see it. He don't have a defense there, and then he also came out and apologized for the video, saying he was a deep, dark place. He don't have no defense. That was a freak off. And they proved that it was a freak off by way of the text message. He said, because Cassie, we need to set up a freak off. I'm paraphrasing, but he said we need to set up a freak off. And so they were going to the hotel to set up the freak off. And she called Jules. And that was Jules sitting in the you don't see him on video, but he's in the hotel room. And guess who may testify? Jules. Okay. So yes, that's why the video is relevant, because she was trying to leave a freak off. And the freak off could last anywhere from an hour all the way up to 4 days. And only thing he had her there for is to be a sex worker. That's what she was. And how he was treating it is illegal. It really is. And I think people need to learn from this. Now, to see people keep saying, oh, she enjoyed it, she wanted to be there. Yes, she may have. But the way he was doing it is illegal. He's caught dead to rights here. He should have took the deal. I know people are receiving false information, and Willie D is spreading it too. Yeah. Willie D says she threatened to kill Diddy. He's embellishing it, but there was a picture that the prosecutor showed, of Cassie having a knife in the door. She stuck a knife in the door. Like where she you know how you just stick a knife in the wall? That's what she did to the door. She stuck a knife near the lock, so if he tried to come in, she had a knife ready to kill him. But he embellished it a little bit, but she said something to that fact. But you have to be there to see it. So yeah, I answered your question. Thank you for the donation. But yes, it was something along that lines. And she said for her protection, because she knew she was going to come and get her ass whooped. So she had the knife at the door just in case if he showed up. She'll try to get him. Yeah, she did threaten to unalive a person. But I didn't believe her when she was saying it, though. The way she was just saying, look, I'm going to kill you if you don't let me know what's going on. Because the person said that I seen a video of you having sex with somebody else. Because Puff leaked the video, probably, allegedly. But he said he saw it, and then Cassie freaked out about it. She said, and it was very explicit the way she was talking. She said, you seen me effing who? Who did you see me effing, man? Tell me right now, I'm going to kill you. She said, I never did it before, but I'll have you killed. She was doing that just to try to get the information out of him. She wasn't trying to kill him. I didn't believe her when she was saying that. Yeah, see, I'm telling you, I was there. So I'm telling you exactly what was said. So Willie D, he's not there. I know he's not there because I would have seen him. He's not there. So, because that building ain't but so big. Trust me, I see everybody. But he said it in a certain way that he's reading the article, which is okay. It's okay to do that. Yeah, but there was a heat of the moment, something. I didn't believe her when she said she was going to do that, but she wanted to know because the freak off video apparently leaked. A lot of people apparently that videos are being leaked around Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? But she really wanted to know who it came from. She really did. And DJ Who Kid was associated with the situation. Okay, I'm glad you brought up DJ Who Kid. Okay, so hold on a second. I'm glad you brought up DJ Who Kid. So DJ Who Kid and that guy she was talking to, DJ Who Kid actually knew as well that the video was circulating around allegedly. So Puff said, we need to set up a meeting. We just need to set up a meeting and find out what's going on, you know, like that. But that's what happened right there. She was mad, though. You should saw how Cassie was talking. She was mad as fuck. You saw a video of me? Like, where did you see the video? Yeah, they put question marks behind the titles and the thumbnails, right? So they will say, "Ooh, Cassie threatened to unalive Diddy," and put a question mark. So you got to see that. That's just a way to get the clicks, and there's nothing wrong with that to get the clicks. It's shit. If he got over 100,000 views on that, that's good money. So let him. You know, I'm not knocking nobody from eating, but don't come up in here and tell me and discredit what I'm saying, and I'm there. Don't do that. Yeah, don't do that. You know, some people don't believe I'm there. That's the crazy part. They don't. Hold on, let me show you something real quick. Yo, I'm there. I'm getting interviewed by people. I got interviewed by a French news station. Right in front of the courthouse, I'm getting interviewed. The fuck you think I'm just out there for my health? I'm out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm like really out there, man. It's like I don't have no time to sit up here and lie to nobody. I'm telling you like it is. Like what I'm saying. Here, look. Is that me or do that look like my twin? And you can hear Celebrity Scandalous talking.
So that's the interviewer.
Hold on.
He's the interviewee.
Hold up, my bad. Hold on. You can't see it. Hold on 1 second. You can clearly see me and the Celebrity Scandalous is talking.
She's asking him how he feels about what happened today.
All right, so I'm going to give you my thoughts on attending the Diddy trial for 1 week.
So that's the interviewer. He's the interviewee.
I'm literally there. That's what I'm telling you. No, it's like this. It ain't really that way. I'm telling you how it is. I'm telling you. Because I'm seeing the evidence firsthand. I see why the defense is pissed. I know why the defense is pissed. They don't want a trial by ambush. Yeah, they are deflecting my it's sad because it's somebody I'm cool with that's doing it. And I'm about to ask you in a minute why you doing that. Because I'm a blocker. Like I'm dead serious about this. I don't play when it comes to my channel. I don't play because I went live before I knew anybody. And I don't play when it comes to the commentary. I don't play when it comes to legal commentary. I'm going to tell you why. Because anybody out here that can be accused of something they didn't do. And I believe that everybody should know something about the law, just in case you're sitting in a court with Diddy. What happens if he didn't do this? He should have his fair trial and fair day in court. And I really, truly believe this. That's why I started doing it. And really what inspired me is Emmett Till. And Emmett Till case inspired me because it disturbed me. And there was another case. Hold on. George Tenney. You can reach George Steny. George Steny case. You can research George Steny. He was the youngest person to be electrocuted in the United States. He was like 13 years old. He was black. And they said that he was like trying to get at some little white girls, and it wasn't true. They lied on him. Thank you, Annette. You said he read the text message about the video leak as reference. That was someone else. Thank you for the blessing. But yeah, we're not discussing no more YouTubers in here. If we do, I'm gonna have to block you. We're not doing that no more. If they were there, they were there. Now, let me just say something about the Central Park Five. They weren't innocent. Let me say something about the Central Park Five. They weren't entirely innocent. But the media embellished it because they needed to find somebody to for that case. They were innocent of they were innocent of the jogging situation, but they were out causing a disturbance that night. They were out causing a disturbance that night, but they did not do the R word. They did not. And then the media said they were out wilding, but that's not how we say it. We say wilding. We out wilding. They were out wilding, not wilding. They were out wilding. It's a different. It's a way to say it. They didn't. The news didn't say it correctly. They were out wilding, meaning they were out causing a disturbance. They were stealing or doing whatever they were doing. But they did not do the R word on that jogger. The reason why they had to do it because she was in a very prominent area and they had to blame somebody for it. That's why they were charged with that. But no, they didn't do that. But yes, they were out wilding that night, though. They were. But it wasn't that, though. So they're not all the way angels either. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'll say allegedly, you know what I'm saying? But I remember back then, it was in the 80s when that happened. It was around 85. It was in the 80s. I know it was in the mid 80s when it happened. And how I know it was in the mid 80s, because that's when the triple fat trench coats were out. Because one of them had a triple fat goose trench coat on. That's how I remember, because I had the same one. So it was in the mid 80s when the triple fat gooses was out. And one of them had a triple fat trench coat goose on. And one had blonde hair, had a blonde patch in his hair, like Kwame. So Kwame had to be out back then. Yeah, so it was like they were out wilding, but they didn't do that R word. And the media had to put that on them because they had to convict somebody of it because the money over there was scared. So they had to pin it on somebody. And they pinned it on them. And they threatened one of them to admit that they did it. They threatened them. They did all type of stuff to threaten them. But they really didn't do the R word. They didn't do all that. And the media said they're out wilding. No, that's not how we call it. We call it wilding. You wilding, you wilding. That's how we say it. We don't say you're wilding. You're wilding. So that's what happened. So they got violated that way. So that's why they won a lawsuit. But no. Yeah, that's why I say Kwame was out, because he had the blonde. One of them had a blonde patch head in his head. That's like Kwame. You know, the polka dot. So it was around that time because one of them was running. He had a triple fat trench coat on, goose. Yeah, they did not do that. And yeah, you could cite that case as well. They did not do that. And I don't believe they should have went to jail like that because they didn't do it. But you know, back then people were going to jail for stuff they didn't do. Look at Khalif Browder. These are the cases that influenced me to talk about this stuff. That's why I'm so passionate about it. If Puff didn't do this, the evidence will show it. It will show it because he got good lawyers. He really got good lawyers. But unfortunately, with Diddy, he was doing the most. Unfortunately, he thought he was like King Joffrey Joffer or something, yo. I don't know what he thought he was, but that's what he was doing. And he blew up somebody's fucking car, yo. Just like that. Just because, see, he was on some sucker shit. Like if she was fucking with Kid Cudi, let her go, dog. Let her go. She probably would have came back to you. You know what I'm saying? Because you were financing her that rich lifestyle. You were financing that. She probably would have came back if you had waited. But he sat up there and gotten his emotions and sat up there and had somebody's car allegedly firebomb. And he put it on text message. Okay? So that's his fault. That's not my fault. I'm not saying free Diddy because he's your brother. Fuck that. That could have been my sister. Fuck him. You know what I'm saying? It's a sucker. You want to hit a woman, that's a sucker move. And there's a lot of people out here that are suckers because they condoning it. Nah, well, he only did domestic violence. That means you condoning it. You're a sucker. You condoning it. And you got a lot of suckers out here, man. We do have a lot of suckers out here. If he had just left that woman alone, he wouldn't be in this situation right now. If he had left her alone. That's Puff Daddy. He could have got with anybody. That's Puff Daddy. Back we used to call him back in the day, a Puffy. Puffy. Like Gene Dill said, it had to be the money because Cassie wouldn't have stayed with me 10 years whooping on her like that. She wouldn't have. It was the money. It was the money, yo. I'm being real. I have to be real with it. It was the money. It was the money. She wasn't going to stay with me no 10 years. I ain't got no money and when whooping on her having free calls. She wasn't going to stay with me. I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke. She ain't messing with no broke ninjas. That's right. Kanye was right with that. I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke ninjas. Now I know you're saying, well, Max, her husband was broke. Well, it's all good. I'm not saying she doing that now. Cassie grew up. Cassie matured. She wasn't the same woman she was when she first met him because they were together 11 years. She grew up. But let me tell you something. That woman is cold, yo. He got her all the way messed up. He thought he was just, all right, it's gone. You know what he did after they broke up? Even when she was pregnant, he said, oh, you're going to be a good mother. Oh, I'm so proud of you. You're going to be a good mother. She like, fuck you. What you mean? You're going to be a good mother. He said, I miss my bestie. Okay, I'm your bestie. You call Kim Porter your soulmate. Rest in peace. Or you call her your soulmate, but I'm your goddamn bestie. And I don't have all these D's in me. You know what I'm saying? Having all these freak offs trying to satisfy your ass. And I'm your bestie. I got your bestie. All right, cool. I got your bestie. Okay? I got your bestie. I'm going to sue your ass. Let's see, what happened was she sued him. She didn't know that this was going to turn criminal. She didn't know that. Apparently, abuse isn't wrong. Gav Star to some people. Apparently, it's not. Yeah, she got pissed. Oh, I'm your bestie? And I'm proud of you. You're going to be a good mother. And you couldn't get me pregnant? But you went and got this other bitch pregnant just recently? You got this other bitch pregnant? And I was with you all this time. And I'm just a jump off to you? Yeah, jump off. You remember that word? She was just a jump off to him. I'm just your jump off? Okay, I got your jump off. He didn't say that, though. But that's the way he was treating her. I got your jump off. I bet you her husband did help her. Like, look, Cassie, we gonna get you away from this dude, and we gonna sue the fuck out of him. You understand me? We gonna sue him. But they didn't have no idea that the feds was gonna pop in because the feds been watching. See, the feds is like the eye in the sky. They've been watching. They've been watching since Big died. Right? I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. If he has something to do with Big's death, this is karma coming back to him. So stop defending him. This is karma. If he did have something to do with this, gotta be karma. Because he didn't expect this coming. But look, Cassie went and sued him, right? And then it went public. She was like, look, I got a book and all that. See, let me tell you about the book situation. Really, Cassie? When you was in recovery, you wrote a book, Cassie. Now, what's the reason why you're writing a book? I wanted Sean to read my words. Really, Cassie? You want him to read your words, Cassie? So, and where'd you get the 30 million from, Cassie? She said, that's just a number I came up with. That's what she said. And the defense, like, really? Okay. And then it went public. And then she said, I settled 24 hours later for 20 million. Straight up. He paid his sister 20 million. Okay. But guess what happened 2 weeks later? The feds was like this. Hi, Miss Cassandra Ventura. How are you? How are you, Miss Cassandra Ventura? Fine. Oh, I'm sorry, Cassandra Ventura. Fine. How are you today? I'm good. Who are you guys? Well, we represent the eye in the sky. Okay. We just want to talk to you for a minute. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. We just want to talk to you. We know everything you did. Oh, yeah. Yeah. We just want to talk to you for a minute. Yeah. We need you to testify. Yeah. Oh, yes. We need you to testify to take this motherfucker down. Okay. Because we've been watching them. I didn't say they said that, but your guess is good as mine why they went after him. Your guess is good as mine. But sometimes they say when the feds look at this, it could turn criminal. And what did Gene Dill say when they raided his house? He believed they went to go get the tapes he had on everybody else. That's what I believe. He pissed somebody up top off. That's what I believe. Only he knows, though. Only he knows. Because I don't think Cassie wanted to do this. I don't think she wanted to be sitting up in no court. She got her money. Puff wasn't doing nothing to her. Like she moved on and he moved on. Okay? They both moved on. Even though he paid her, he moved on. Interesting that you say that, Ebony. Yeah, I believe he was on a radar already. I believe so, Chantel. He was on a radar already. And they were just like, all right, it's time to go. Let's move in. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. If something happened and he loses his case, it's not his lawyer's fault. Just to let you know that. Because I want to know why Anthony Rico got off the case. That's what I want to know. Maybe he thought this was something that you take a deal on. She needs healing for the rest of her life. That's just 100. She needs healing for the rest of her life. But she seemed like, she's having a good situation. You have her children. She's a lot stronger than people think she is. She's really strong. She's really strong. And she held up well on the stand. No, she didn't disclose all them things in her complaint. She didn't. Gene did see a lot. He separated himself, especially what he was doing. He said she was doing to Kim. He said he broke Kim's nose. You said Agnafil is the reason why Puff didn't get bail. Like, speak on that, Passport. I don't know. But Puff was set to he was coming up there to turn himself in to get bail. Yeah, she has done a lot of therapy. You said free Puff, leave black people alone. Enough is enough. Go sell other people's trauma. I get it, man, but here's the thing. Well, what do you think? What's going to happen? I don't know, man. We're going to see. We just giving our opinion. He giving his opinion. Some people, look, he's not the only one. Crown is not the only one. Crown, if you out there, you could see, oh yeah, KK might be testifying. And that was his assistant. Like Bruce Rivers said, you can't just have one co-conspirator. You got to have co-conspirators for the conspiracy. Why is he the only one? Because they got immunity deals, I think. No, a lot of people are wearing free Puff t-shirts, YouTube Unfolded. A lot of people are wearing free Puff t-shirts. And they mad. Yo, they look like they ready to set it off out there. They look like they are ready to 100%, guys, set it off. They're not playing. I did see some of that stuff out there when I was watching. We'll see, man. We're going to have to wait and see what happens. I'm just giving it to you like that, man, like how I see it. Not looking good, man. Really not. It's a lot of moving parts to the case, and they did their homework. Makes me believe that they have been watching the whole time and just came in to collect some things. But some people seem to think, like Gene and them, seen that he had some dirt on some prominent people, and that's why they went and got him. They just used Cassie to do it. Oops, sorry. They just used Cassie to do it. That's all alleged, though, but that's a theory. That's a theory. Hold on one second. Oh man. Thank you, Shane. Yeah, Gene, everything Gene has said is coming out to pass. Everything that Gene said about Cassie is all coming out in court. Even how he moves when it comes to certain women, it's all coming out in court. You said any black man who is wealthy and boisterous, you said is a target of the US government. They trying to get Abraham Traore now. Hold on, let me look for that. Hold on. Traore, hold on. Let me look in that. Let's see. Oh, I know who he is. He's a military officer. Yeah, I've heard about this case. You talking about in yeah, I heard about it. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, I've heard about him. Yeah, he don't got himself in some shit. So I mean, hey man, what can you say? I'm just not a tri. I'm not a tribalist. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to get behind somebody because they look like me. I'm not trying to do that. If he set up here, because I couldn't sit at Puff's table. Puff looked down at me. He'll look down at somebody like me because he's Puff Daddy. No, I'm not giving him no sympathy. I'm not. I'm just being fair. Hopefully the evidence is there, but the evidence is there though. Yeah, I'm not giving him no sympathy, man. She said he thought people were disposable. That's how he looked at people, and showing his teeth to what's his name in them, Clive Davis in them. So nah, yo, I don't give him no sympathy for that. You could go show your teeth to him, but you're gonna sit up here and treat us like crazy? Nah, yo, it ain't working. He said Puff made 100 people rich, black people. He made 100. Who were the 100 black people that he made rich? If he did, that's a good thing. I'm not saying he ain't do no good work, but I'm talking about this case. I mean, I'm not saying he didn't do good stuff, but I couldn't sit at his dinner table because he would have looked down at me. You should see how his kids and stuff are looking at us. You should see how they looking, screw facing us like we ain't shit. But I didn't look at him. I didn't give him the time of day. See, this is stuff that's happening behind the scenes. And people are saying, well, they're getting tired of the cameras in their face. They think we peasants, man. That's what they think. That's what they think, man. People like him, I know his type. They got money and they think we're peasants. But guess what? People that he thought was peasants, they're deciding his fate right now. The 12 men and women of the jury, they're deciding his fate, and they're peasants to him. How about that? That's how the universe works. Look at God, yo. That's how the universe works. Okay? So he's sitting up here thinking people are disposable. I read it in the text messages. Man, I'm Puff Daddy. I'm P. Diddy or something he was saying. And gonna sit up there and show your teeth to Clive Davis and them. And gonna treat us like that. Nah, fam, I don't get down. And look, celebrity scandals will tell you this celebrities all over the place. I'm not trying to get in their face. I'm not trying to get in their face, yo. She was like, yeah, but you gotta put yourself out there. Like people tell me to loosen up a little bit. Like you gotta put yourself out there. I'm just not trying to talk to people like that. Huh? Yeah, I only serve one God. I serve one God. I don't idolize nobody. I serve one God, yo. And that's just, I don't serve no Puff Daddy. I serve one God, yo. Because Puff Daddy just a regular dude. That's why I told y'all he like baby oil. Because he's simple like that. Just like I know about baby oil. He could have went and got the finest of essential oils. But he's resorted to baby oil because that's what he knows. He's a regular dude. What separates him from us? He just got money and everybody know him. But God owned this world, and he finding that out right now. Because I'm gonna tell you the reason why Cassie is so strong because God stepped in that courtroom and intervened. God said, "I got you. I'm protecting you." And you should have saw. Look, check this out. I'm going to describe to you when she came in. A celebrity. If you hear, she could tell me if I'm wrong. When Cassie came sashaying up in that courtroom, when all we saw was the stomach. I didn't even see her face. All I saw was stomach. I said, damn, like, is she having twins? But I remember she is a small woman in stature. She's a small woman in stature. Yeah, my mother's funny, yo. She said that's what freaks use. They use Vaseline and baby oil. That's what she just said, yo. Um, but the thing is, he he's just a regular person. I don't idol worship. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if that's Puffy. If he did something wrong, he did something wrong. But I'm telling you right now, I'm not the problem. It's Comey and company because they sitting up there serving him right now. They serving him so bad. His lawyer said, "We don't want a trial by ambush. We just don't want this." Okay. They sitting up there. Listen, this is a ritual, kind of. This is kind of like a ritual because they getting rid of him. They look, Clyde Davis and them built him up, right? They built him up to the point where he's Puff Daddy. He's higher than everything. That's why he was mad with her because she messed with Kid Cudi. Do you know who I am? I'm Puff Daddy. And you mess with Kid Cudi? See, he got above himself. He got in his head. But now he's being humble because guess what? They made him kick drugs in jail cold turkey. He had to kick his addiction cold turkey, man. You don't think he's sitting there looking at these exhibits, looking at that baby oil, thinking about the free calls? He probably having flashbacks. He probably having flashbacks, man. He probably having flashbacks like, damn, I would love to do that right now. Dang. Or I love to have you some oil on me. And look, he has so much baby oil, we thought it was drugs in it. It's just regular baby oil. Because sometimes Cassie had to go pick some up. She had to go to like Walgreens or something, whatever, pick some baby oil up. He said, "What do you mean not let them parade our icons crown?" Yeah, they not icons to me, yo. God is the only icon in my life. I don't idol worship. Yeah, I don't idol worship, man. They're not gods to me. He's just a regular person to me. I see people as regular people because all the people that you see on YouTube that get all the big views, we're seeing them every day. Yeah, he having PTSD. If Cassie is having PTSD, Puffy is having PTSD. He got PTSD too. His mind went through it too. Because that's very unusual what they were doing. So he needs help too. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully he'll get it. Hopefully he is getting it. But yeah, he can't just kick the lifestyle like that. He had strobe lights in his hotel room. This is when they arrested him. He had strobe lights in his hotel room, Astroglide all over the place, baby all over the place. He had Tucci. He was ready to, he had GHB. He had everything. He was ready to go. He was so Cassie, she was just somebody he having free calls with. He liked the free calls. Okay. He liked what he liked. You know what I'm saying? So you can't just get over that overnight. And let me just say this, because Jaguar Wright said the YouTubers, y'all got to be careful because it's very dangerous out here. Something she said, celebrity, what did she say? Do you realize how many cops out there in law enforcement and alphabet boys? And you got them blended in the crowd too. Do y'all know? Y'all got to be out there to see it. They watching everybody. They just waiting for you to even yell wrong. They want everything is very strict out there. You can't even be behind the barrier after 6 p.m. They don't want you behind the barrier by 6 p.m. They want you on the street. But shout out to the line holders though. The line holders getting money out here. Shout out to this one line holder. He's like a big dude, but like shout out to him with the fro. He just sitting there. He mad. Every time I see him, he's snacking on something. But he's sitting right in his tent in his comfortable chair, just chilling, holding the line. Shout out to him, yo, because he get money. Shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? But they don't have the tents out there during the trial. They wait till after everything is over and they set their tents back up. Yeah, I saw a Jaguar. She had her bodyguards with her and stuff. She had bodyguards. She had about 3 of them. I'm talking about big bodyguards too. Maybe she think it's unsafe out there. See, because a lot of these YouTubers, right, that talk this crap on YouTube, they scared on the street. They look scary. It's like this one YouTuber, I don't want to say his name. He keep looking his ground, his back. He looking scared. I'm like, damn. He's scared for. Ain't nobody worried about him. Everybody trying to get content out here. But there is people out there that don't mean nobody no good, though. I'm just letting y'all know that. They're out there. So, and people will try to trick you out of your freedom. Because you got a guy out there that's agitating people. And he messed with the wrong white guy because the guy put hands on him, and next thing you know, he in the rainwater on his back. You said, I guess Crown thinks Diddy is an icon that should be protected. Who is Crown? I don't know who Crown is. I guess Crown thinks Diddy is an icon that should be protected. Heck nah. Oh, you must be talking about the system. That's what you're talking about. You're talking about the powers that be. That's what you say the Crown. But she mentioned she mentioned in England when she says it. That's probably why she's saying the Crown. Yeah, you know, he looks scared. When you went up and talked to him, celebrity, yeah, he do kind of look. He looked like he's uncomfortable to be. He looked scared. Oh, you talking about Crown? Oh, damn, this is a person named Crown in here. Okay, I didn't know who you talking to. Oh, Kanye? You think they're gonna get Kanye next? He might. They might. I'm not gonna be sympathetic to Kanye either. He treat people like shit too. I'm not gonna be sympathetic to him either, and I will sit up here and go to his trial if I have to. I'm not gonna be sympathetic to him either. I'm fair. If the evidence is there, if it's not there, then Puff has to walk. But I don't like him laying hands on women. No, I don't like that at all. So I don't feel sympathetic towards him. No. Only people I feel sympathetic to is his kids. That's it. Really, the girls. That's it. Everybody else, I don't feel sympathetic to. But actually, I do. I feel sympathetic to the kids, all of them, because they were born into this. So, yes, I'm sympathetic to them. And also the cameras in their face. Everywhere they walk, there's people staring at them. Everywhere they walk, except for me, because I had to walk with them and I refused to look their way. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody, I want them to say at least he didn't give a fuck. I want them to say that because I didn't. I know celebrity scams you, and she's like, "Come on, Max, you gotta relax." I'm not trying to be in their face, yo. That's why I really don't want to go to the break. If they in there, I won't even say nothing to them. I just walk the other way. You know what I'm saying? Because I just don't want to be the one to be like I'm all in their face. I'm not giving them that. I'm not giving them that, yo. Unless they come and say what up to me. That's it. Then I'll be like, what up? You know what I'm saying? That's about it. So I mean, they probably have no choice but to act up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sympathetic to the kids. But one thing I want to say about Puff though, his hair stands out. His hair is white. Like it stands out in the courtroom. Like if you having a hard time seeing him on the monitor, all you gotta do is look for a white hair. That's all you gotta look for. Okay, there he is. Okay. And every time he's moving or he's passing notes, his head is moving so you can see the white in the monitor moving. So he is active. He's helping with his case. He's very active client, which is a good thing. So yes, we sympathize with the kids. But because they weren't actually be born into this. But they care about their father, you know. They want to make sure their old man is all right. It looks white. I mean, it's gray, but it got the white look. You know, like Sanford and Son, like how his hair used to look. It's like glowing too on the TV monitor. Like you notice him right away, especially when he walks in. You notice him right away. You notice him right away. I don't even kind of want to be in his courtroom because you know why? I'm gonna feel like I'm like in captivity because you can't move, you can't talk, you can't leave when you want to. You got to leave during a break. If there's a break, then you can leave. You know, I don't want to be in there like that. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather watch him on the TV in the overflow room because I feel comfortable in it because people be reacting and talking. You can't react in there because the judge will say something. And that judge ain't playing. Let me tell you something. Arun Subramanian, he's a real one too. Yo, I think he take the train to work. He real as fuck. I don't know. I think he might drive somewhere. I think he might have a car parked somewhere. But he do be seen walking into the courtroom. He like real as fuck, right? And he's the youngest to be elected to the Southern District of New York. And he used to be a clerk for the late Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Okay. So he's smart cookie. So he not playing. You remember how they kept, they said that Puff kept passing notes. She kept saying, excuse me, let me take a break. One time yesterday, she said, oh, can I take a break? The judge said, no, you cannot take a break. Keep going. He didn't say it like that. He said, no. He just said, Judge, may I just confer my attorney? He said, no. Yo, Lil Rod was out there. He was suited and booted. I don't think he testifying though, but I don't know why maybe just out there to chill. But yes, Lil Rod was out there. Yeah, Lil Rod was there. A few others. But like I said, I'm not really into like celebrities like that. So I'm not really in their face. But it was somebody else like I passed. I was like, okay, I did recognize them. It was somebody that used to, he'd be on Law and Crime Network. And I did see Elizabeth Milner there. I saw her from the Law and Crime Network. Like I just because I watched the Law and Crime Network, so I see her every day. But she be in the room with Puff though. She be right in there, and she don't leave. I think she stayed around there. So I never really see her during the day because she's not trying to lose that spot. You said his hair is white because he's not aging well. The drug use. Well, some people hair do turn white though. But it is white though. Like it's just that he don't have no just for men. Because if he had some just for men, he'd be able to knock it on out real quick. Yeah, 50 is a good age to have white hair. He said, but for so long he didn't act his age, right? Yeah, Puff is 56. He should have some white hair up there. But the reason why he don't is because there's something called Just for Men that I got to put in my beard in a minute. You see what I'm saying? To knock that white out. I got white in my beard too. That's usually shave my joint, you know what I'm saying, like that. Yo, yeah, it's things you could do. You treat it, you know. But I get why his hair is white. He ain't got no. I told y'all he ain't got no Just for Men up in there. He said, "I am 58, barely have any gray." Yeah, because it's the genes that yeah, Rel, what is it? It hasn't turned on for you in your gene. It has to turn on. It turns on at a certain age. Some people it doesn't turn on within your gene. It has to turn on. Yours just didn't really turn on, but it don't really mean that you're aging bad. It's the genetics. But his hair is white. Listen, Sherry, it's I can't really explain it. He looks the same. You know how the regular Puff Daddy, like how you see him on TV. He looks just like that, but he got white hair. It's kind of funny looking because it's like he did it on purpose. It's like, did somebody dye his hair white, yo? Because his hair is bright. It's bright white. Yeah, some people have white hair and some people go bald. I give it to Puff. He's not going bald. He's still got his hairline and everything. But he hasn't had a haircut, though, since he got arrested. You ever seen like some people, they just let their hair grow without a haircut? That's how it is. You said the new hair color fits Brother Love. Oh, he do the love thing in there. He's love, man. I think, but here's what I do think. I really do think Puff tried to change his life around. But he has some addiction. That's why me and Celebrity was a little sympathetic to him. He's suffering from addiction. So remember at the end of the day, he's a human being at the end of the day. And he had some demons he was fighting, just like everybody. So I was a little sympathetic to him because he's addicted. You said no, his skin is sagging and features look worse. Yeah, I guess because of his skin tone, but the white hair, it stands out. It don't no, he don't. He looked the same to me. He just looked like he did lose a little weight though. Like he do. I guess some people say he do look a little bad because he lost weight. Max shaking my damn head. You just keep supporting him on the sneak tip. All right, well, yeah, let's go on. Yeah, he's 56. Jay ain't got no gray hair. He might be dyeing his hair, Jay. Jay ain't got no gray hair nowhere. He probably dyeing that joint. But you know what? It don't look like he dyeing it because his hair look kind of faded. Like he might not be dyeing his hair. Nah, he not. Let me hold on 1 second. I'll just go somewhere else, yo. These people out here, man, I swear, yo. Got a Uber Eats order, but you can tell this person being lazy, yo. Hold on 1 second. I'm canceling this joint. He's not gonna do this to me, yo. Hold on 1 second. He gonna try to skate out of there with two. Hold on 1 second. It's a trick these dudes be doing. And I just said I'm canceling everything. Now all of a sudden the items are available now. I just got them going to CVS, man. And what they do is they act like the item's not available and they'll get the lightest one so they can collect the tip. But I'm not gonna give him one. Because I know what he be doing. I know the trick because I do it. I know the trick. But he's not doing that to me. Hold on, let me send him a message. Yep. See somebody else took the order. He canceled the order because he would try and do that. Man, these foreigners off the hook, fam. They off the hook. So let me see if she do it. See what they do is I got 4 things. One of them is a bulky item. I got 3 bulky items and 1 small one. He tried to say the bulky items wasn't available, even though I called the store and it's there. And he tried to get the little thing so he can collect that tip, even though I'm not gonna give him the tip. And I'm gonna meet him at the door and let him know something. I'm not gonna give him the tip though. He ain't getting no tip. But now he canceled the order. Now another lady is going to pick it up. She heading to the store now. Yeah, he tried to sit up here and scam me, yo. That's not happening. Hold on 1 second, yo. It's fucking, man. I tell you, man. Freaking these foreigners be trying to get over, yo. Because there's all foreigners that do this. You know what I'm saying? It's not that I'm trying to like point them out or something. That's all that do this. And they trying to get over. And I know because I called the store already. Trying to like what they'll do is because it's like my mother wanted some like this. I forget because they can't find it because they can't. Some of them don't know. They can't know they can speak English, so they don't know where the items are. So they'll say that they're not there, and they'll just get the one little item and try to collect the tip. It's not happening. It's not happening, yo. I'm watching them. It's not happening. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, what they do is if you order like a thing of soda, like a 12-pack or like some bulky items, they don't want to carry it. So what they'll do is they'll say it's not there and just get you the little thing and chips and try to say that everything is there. When you get there, all you got is a little thing of chips and you don't gave them $20 tip. Nah, fam, that's not me. And I meet them at the door too, and I give them my word. I meet them right. I meet them at their car. I said, don't get out the car. I'm coming to your car, yo. I'm coming right to your car, and I'm gonna tell you. I said, I'm not giving you a tip because the items was at the store. And I only had 4 items. And it's always like that with the now this person, let me see, she's American. So she probably gonna get the items with no problem for me. She's American. So that's a tip for y'all. No, it wasn't water. I wasn't ordering water. It was the items are bulky though, but they're not order. It's not water. They just try to get over. Like, yeah, he ain't gonna know. We just gonna say it's not available. Well, you ain't getting no tip. I tell him too, you ain't getting no tip. You just did it for free. You're not getting no tip, yo. I'm just telling you because it's like, why? Because it was there. It's not there, sir. I said, I called the store. It was there. But anyway, we got American, so she's gonna do it. And I increased the tip on top of it. It's a good tip already, but I increase it. He said Trump needs to swipe down them delivery apps flooded with illegals. Okay, so check this out. So when you think say, for example, you think a woman is delivering to you, but then a man will show up because he's using their account. They rent the account. So I report them ASAP. I just go to the help and I say the person didn't deliver my stuff and I get a credit back. See, I'm giving y'all the game. Y'all can get that shit for free. So all you gotta say is somebody managed my food and I'm not sure who it is. And they'll give you a credit back. Just to let y'all know. So you keep doing that until Uber correct it. Because they will give you your money back. Like, yo, this person handled my food. I don't know if it is. And I think they messed with my food. Because the picture of the person that was delivering my food is not the same person. I want my money back. They'll give it back to you. Just to let you know. I'm not trying to tell y'all how to get something on the free. But what I'm saying is if somebody don't deliver your food, you don't know what they did to your food because they don't have no license. You can't document them. So if they did something to your food, they're not going to go to jail because they're not going to be able to find. These people are invisible. So just make sure you do that. Make sure you report them and get your money back, even though you got your stuff straight up. And then Uber or do something about it. They are doing something about it because at the airports, they're trying to cut down on it. I'm about to go up to the airport in a second. I'm about to go up to Newark. I'm about to go up there. You know, it's a busy airport. I'm about to go up there. And the foreigners got the shit on lock. Yo, wait, it's like they got it on lock. All foreigners doing it. And I remember I got a ride to the airport, right? I'm thinking this one dude is picking me up. It was another dude, another Arab dude. I said, yo, you're not the person in the picture. He said, yes, I am. I said, no, you're not. He said, yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I rented the app. I rented it. How do I know he's not going to kidnap me? And you guys will never find me. And he's undocumented. So that's what's going on. So you got to make sure the picture of the driver is actually the driver in the car. Okay. Make sure when you at the airport and you getting picked up, make sure the picture of the driver is the driver that's picking you up. If not, don't get in the car. And they're not going to get paid for it. All you got to do is complain to Uber and they'll get kicked off the app. To see what Uber will do is somebody tried to do that to me to get over on me. So Uber made me pull over and take a picture of myself. And I did. It was like, nah, this is the person. They tried to get over on me. It was a foreigner that did it. That's why I don't like picking them up. They be trying to get over on me. They be like, nah, that's not the person. Because I got a beard. That's not the person. And I am the person. You see how deep? Yeah, I am the person. But they tried to get over on me, and I was credited $60 for my trouble. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a way of doing it. So I'm like, yeah, man, this person put me out. I traveled this far distance, and now, you know what I'm saying, like that. So you got to be careful with these foreigners, yo, because they be trying to get free rides, all types of shit. All types of stuff, man. That's why I got a dash cam. You said a lot of guys were driving a girl's car. Well, you said a lot of guys were driving a girl's car. What's a girl's car? A lot of guys were driving their girl's car. Well, there's nothing wrong with that as long as it's their app. You know what I'm saying? As long as when I see you pick me up from the airport, I expect to see the same person from the app. You know, that's the only thing I'm saying. They could drive any car they want. You know what I'm saying? You said, I don't know how they're beating the verification. The verification don't come up every day. It don't come up every day. It's random. The verification thing is random. And what they'll do is they'll just quickly swipe out of the app and then go to the person that owns the app and then complete the verification. That's what they do. But yeah, in order for you to you got to go through the verification and keep driving. But what they'll do is they'll just stop driving and go to because the person that owns the app, they're hanging out in the parking lot at the airport. And they got about 5 drivers. So they hang out at the parking lot just in case if that happens. If you ever see somebody up, see, y'all don't know because y'all don't hang up. There's people, random people just hanging up at the airport. They don't be picking up nobody all day. Those are the people. It's organized crime amongst the foreigners. And the person will drive the car all day and only get like $50. And was driving the sun up to sundown, only made $50. It's crazy, man, what they doing. It's like they slaves. They working them to death. He said, if Diddy is found guilty, do you think all or most of his accusers were pursued for damages? Of course. You mean in a civil case, they're already pursuing it. I don't think some of them going to stick. Some will stick and some will not stick. Yeah, the nail salons too, right? But it's really prevalent. Let me see what is this person doing the right thing. Let's see. So far, I don't know what this person is doing. I don't know. But yeah, that's you got to stay on top of that. You think he getting 50 years? It's crazy, man. It's what's up, Chris? You said the music industry is organized crime. It's crazy, the music industry. But you could tell his people are trying their best to work this situation out. Because Puff is responsible for people's income. Let's see what else Bruce is saying.
And he already apologized for it on his video. You remember that? Now he's not touching her because she's on the phone. You can see him in the mirror back there, what he's doing. Big man taking her phone. Big man. Big man. Putting his hand on a woman. The problem is that when you watch this, you can't and see how it's quiet right now? You can hear a pin drop when you put this in a courtroom. And it's powerful stuff. You can't argue against this. Now, one could argue, well, this is just a domestic dispute between two consenting adults. But when she testified about a bigger, more pervasive form of abuse over an extended period of time. I haven't seen this video. I don't think there's any sound to this. Too bad there's no sound. Like parts of it, but she actually walks back with him.
Yeah, correct. I think this got released a couple of years ago. I think it was. Yeah, I remember seeing it. Having kind of the same thought of it. I mean, sad. That's like domestic usually.
So, okay, so we're watching this video and she walks back to the hotel room with him, right? So they're going to make it like this was a dispute between the two. And yeah, he got a little rough with her, but she eventually came over to his room and blah, blah, blah. But one of the overarching themes of the government's case is that there's control, you know, that control by Sean Diddy Combs was exerted in a number of ways, physically, emotionally, financially, in every way possible. The defense is going to say this was a domestic dispute that's really probably a misdemeanor, and then she eventually, on her own free will, went back to the room with him. But you know as well as I do that the price that she'd have to pay is far worse if she doesn't comply than if she, you know, and that's what happens with these women who are in these really abusive relationships. You know, they don't feel like they have a choice. So here's what happens with the government in this case. The government basically just has her tell her story, right? And this isn't just about, you know, being raped by Diddy. It's not. It's about sex trafficking, you know, and she's having constant UTIs. She's having and she's constantly being peed on and all this other disgusting shit. And her kids were in the courtroom, or his kids were in the courtroom, and they left because it was so disgusting. I mean, she wasn't consenting to. She was probably agreeing to it in the moment because she was having what they call cognitive dissonance. You know, what do I do if I don't do? I'm going to do this, but I don't want to do this. The punishment for not obeying the king, as he wanted to be called, is retribution for her career, you know. And then it came out on direct examination that she did receive $20 million. He paid her $20 million to settle that lawsuit. Remember that settled the day she filed that fucking lawsuit. It got settled for $20 million. We didn't know that until she testified. So then you have to chisel away at her credibility if you can, if you're the defense lawyer. That's what you have to do next. And so did they just chisel it away? I mean, what's her motivation to lie now? I don't hate him, she said. You know, I don't, but I you know, this is what happened. You know, I mean, she's not trying to get any money now because she already got her money. She already got paid. They were talking about drug use, you know, and I don't think it helps that she's on the stand, you know.
Yeah, see, the thing is, she already got her money now. It's just that the government stepped in. They was like, yeah, you're going to have to testify or something. Now she's just pretty much telling what happened. Yeah, I did this. I did that. I did this. I did that. Yeah. The government is intervening.
Pregnant. That doesn't help Diddy at all. But then if you look at Diddy, you know, in the pictures that have been drawn, he's all gray. Why is he all gray? Because they don't let you dye your hair in in prison. So let's just kind of go over what's happening in the last few days of the trial. I mean, being on the stand for that long is grueling. And she's 8 months pregnant. The prosecutor is worried that they're going to have a mistrial if she has the kid while she's on the stand. Very stressful, can affect a pregnancy. So they're going over some text messages. And, she saved all these text messages. And they played some recordings of Combs in court. But some of the things, when you get fucked up the wrong way, you always want to show me that you have the power and knock me around. I'm not a rag doll. I'm someone's child. Was her testimony. That's her testimony. And what do you have to have for sex trafficking part of this? Force, fraud, or coercion. And I think you have all three here. The text was just sent days after the Intercontinental altercation. That's the one I just showed you. And then over the next several days, I'm so horny for you, Combs texted Ventura, which she replied, "You are? Why? What made you feel that way?" And she thought it was a little strange. That can happen when a guy just wants to, try to get back in your graces and show you that, oh, hey, I just really love you anyway. I'm, not apologizing for what happened, but, and some guys freak out. I can't have you, but I don't want anybody else to have you. They have a woman lawyer heading the team for Diddy right now on this cross-examination of Cassie Ventura. Her name is Anna Estaveo, and which is smart, I think. You put a soft woman's touch on it, but nothing can soften really what's already in the room. You remember when Combs thought you were dancing with Chris Brown, she asked? I do, but I was not. I wasn't dancing with Chris Brown. And you thought he was upset, didn't you? He was upset when he suspected you of cheating, right? I don't know. I don't know. I would call it cheating at that point. When you are arguing about this depraved stuff, you're in a hole because there's no argument to say that somebody didn't do this. The lawyers have to tread a very thin line here because on the one hand, you've got somebody who's really sympathetic, this Cassie Ventura. That video, and then the comments about control and the text messages and audio recordings that she still has to this day, that is indicative of somebody who's being controlled. You go after that person hard, the same way that Diddy went after her hard, figuratively speaking, you're going to risk alienating the jury. Now, here's the other thing. There's a big question about whether Diddy's going to testify or not. Everybody thinks, no way, no. Fuck that. He has to testify. He absolutely has to testify. Why Why does he have to testify? He has to testify because this is a case where you're hearing one side of the story. And guess what happens if he doesn't testify? You hear one side of the story. Are they going to get other witnesses for the defense to get up and say, no, I saw Cassie and Cassie was doing everything voluntarily? You know, I mean, they got the one guy who was peeing in her mouth, and it's like, you know, and she was constantly having UTIs, and she was constantly having, you know, cold sores in her fucking mouth and who knows what else. I mean, maybe a once off, but on a regular basis like this, who the fuck would subject themselves to this? Nobody. Your average person certainly doesn't. And guess who's on the jury? Your average person. These aren't celebrities on the jury. These are not, this is ma and pa kettle, you know, in all different parts of New York, and not just in New York City. You know, it's a federal case. So they take them from all over the state. So the question is, you know, when they have this amount of evidence, you know, they raided 2 of his homes, right? And they got terabytes and terabytes of videos of these freak offs and stuff, right? So how much are they going to expose the jury to? I mean, there's all kinds of information about semen here, semen there, semen everywhere, you know, and I don't think they call it semen, but and so how much do they actually show the jury? They will show them some, I would suspect, but put everything into evidence. Okay, this is a video from such and such date. Does it accurately represent what happened on that date? And this was a video of a freak off party, blah blah blah. And are you in this video? Yeah. And what are you doing in this video? Blah blah blah. Okay, so I'm going to play from here to here. And that goes back with the jury. The jury will have their own, should have their own equipment. It used to be that if you had to come back in the courtroom to play an exhibit like that, but the jury will be able to play that back in the jury deliberation room, and it becomes an exhibit. And so they won't play. They're not going to play everything because that would just take way too fucking long. But what they will do is they'll play snippets here and there. So here's a couple of things that are coming up here. An anonymous woman named Jane, who started working for Combs in 2020, is slated to tell the jury about how she was expected to have sex with escorts without a condom against her wishes. That's what the prosecutor said in their opening. She will describe a horrific night when Combs viciously attacked her, punched her in the face while she was curled up in a ball, and slapped her so hard she fell over it. That's what they said in their opening. Another victim, Mia, who worked for Combs as his personal assistant for several years, will testify about being forced to perform oral sex on Combs and being raped by him, according to prosecutors. Other witnesses slated to testify are male sex workers who participated in Combs' freak-off sex romps and former employees of his companies. Now, these things happened across state lines, so they affected interstate commerce. That is one of the hallmarks of the racketeering count, and in the sex trafficking count too. And it's where you have force, fraud, or coercion. That's on the sex trafficking. And if you look at some of these pictures of Combs, you know, he's been sitting in a jail for a long time. He's grayed up because they don't let him dye his hair. He's got a sweater on. They're softening his image. You know, I mean, all that stuff is carefully choreographed. You know that, right? And you're going to hear not just from Cassie. And here's the thing. Cassie's corroborated. She's corroborated by other people and by video evidence. You know, when you see Combs drag her on the floor and smack her around, that's who he is. You can't make that shit up. So did she get 20 million? She got $20 million. Why would she lie now about it? She's got nothing to gain by doing this. I think she's just telling her story. And when you look at this from 30,000 feet, where you've got a guy who's worth $1 billion, who had Sky Vodka among all kinds of other endorsements and record deals and all this kind of stuff, had the world by the ass, but couldn't handle the ass that he wanted. You know, I mean, he just had to have depravity. He had to have power. And none of it's about sex, by the way. This is all about, I'm the fucking king. It's like Caligula. I mean, honestly, this is me. I have control over you and you and you. Minions, do your business. You know, that's essentially what he's doing here. Let's just go over a couple other things that were testified to. Ventura accused Combs of lying to her about his relationship with a mysterious woman identified as Gina after finding a photo of him with her. So I just don't trust you anymore, she wrote. The last shot put the nail in the coffin. I can't get a chance to make things right, he messaged Ventura. It seems like you're blaming everything on me. I haven't taken care of you, question mark. You took care of me materialistically, not when I needed it. Here's the thing. Women want a guy with money. They do. But not at the expense of love. Honestly, people don't want to be abused. I need you to love me and put me first. Doesn't that say it all? And despite all this, she says, no, I don't hate him. She probably was madly in love with the guy. And then who would let other people fuck your woman? So a couple other fine points. First of all, this is not televised. Why isn't it televised? Because the federal court, they don't allow cameras in the courtroom. And I completely agree with that. This would be a fucking circus had they cameras in the courtroom. Secondly, his lawyers are trying to somehow imply this is related to his bipolar disorder. Maybe that's the case. But if that's the case, that's more of a sentencing mitigation argument than a guilt argument, right? So they may be laying some groundwork down the line for because his lawyer said Ventura testified that Combs was acting strangely earlier that night at dinner, nice but strangely, and that he wasn't in his right mind. Combs' attorney asked Ventura to confirm whether she told prosecutors that his behavior that night could be attributed to his bipolar. And she says, I guess so. I don't know that moves the ball down the field at all, to be quite frank with you. She's not a doctor, and it doesn't absolve him of any responsibility. So their defense attorney, Anna Estovia, also brings up text from 2018. This is around when this happened. Hit me up when you can with a heart emoji, she texts to Combs. During the same conversation, Combs Ventura, I know I look bad to you. I could tell you I didn't turn on you yesterday. I fell off, whatever the fuck that means. And this is right around the time that we were watching that tape, right? And she said, you don't say anything to the effect the last time we saw each other where that you raped me. But I mean, the defense lawyer doesn't really have much to really go on here. It doesn't sound like you're going to go after her. So you never told him in that text message that you raped me, did you? And she says, right, I didn't say that. And in fact, yeah.
I'm going to give you guys the link here, because you guys can't see the video, but he got the whole video on his video of the hotel incident. So there it is right here. That's Bruce Rivers' video, if y'all don't know. There's a lot of people that's bipolar sitting up in prison, and it ain't helped their case. You know what I'm saying? It didn't help their case. They sitting up in there for murder and everything. And a lot of people bipolar. A lot of people are, believe it or not. But it's not helping his case that he bipolar. I think Charles Manson was bipolar, man. I think the son of Sam, David Berkowitz, was bipolar. It didn't help him. And he's a serial killer. I think, what's his name? A lot of them have what you call character issues as well. I mean, not character, yeah, what is it called? Personality disorders. It don't help. It's not helping the case. Now, it might argue, you can use that to argue mitigating circumstances on why this person should get least time and why he should be sentenced on the low end. That comes into play, that he's bipolar. It will come into play. Yes, it will. Because what happens if he gets sentenced on the high end of the guidelines? He's screwed because he's 56. That's essentially life sentence. But he could be bipolar. He could have a lot of things, but that's not going to help him here. Only it'll help him during sentencing, maybe. He'll bring up his childhood, stuff like that, just to let the judge know. on a second. Let me go to YouTube for a second. Shout out to him. You gotta argue everything. Yeah, you gotta use everything. Yeah, my client bipolar and everything else. Man. He's everything. I would be trying to use everything. Like my client is crazy. Okay, my client should not be sentenced on the high end. My client is crazy. My client had a crazy childhood. I don't know. I'll use anything. If he gets on that stand, oh my God. If he take that stand, he's going into hot water because them women ain't playing. It's all the women on the prosecution side of women. They are not playing. They will sit up there and it will cook him, man. They will sit up there and cook him, but he can use the bipolar stuff when he's arguing mitigating circumstances in the sentencing on why the judge should sentence him on the low end. But I'm gonna tell y'all something real quick. I think this judge gonna stick it to him. You hear me? This judge might stick it to him. He might stick it to him. He might not give him extreme high end, but essentially it'll be life. Life. So he said, I'm not gonna lie, I've been looking at his mom real. She looked good she still look all right for her age. Still, but she's stressed though, you know what I'm saying? Her son going through it. So she got to be, she wasn't there yesterday or the day before. I think because the girls probably, getting ready for their graduation, stuff like that. Or did they graduate already? Let me see. Did they? Yeah, they about to. So they getting ready for it. He said, no, not her parents. She raised this man. What happened? I don't know. I look at must be a child. I don't know. That's why I had to say child. I don't know. He's crazy. Well, allegedly. And I don't know. The stuff that their relationship, like I said, it was something to hear, put it that way. Yo, Netflix is there, Queen Keish. Netflix is in the building. They were in the courtroom with me. People from Netflix. Yeah. People in Netflix, I'm talking about like high up, they in there watching, taking notes and everything. Oh, yes, Netflix is in the house. 50 years is, excuse me, you said 50 years in is the middle? Come on, King Don. That's a long time. Whew. I'm thinking more like 25. And you said 50. You're talking about on everything collectively. Yeah, could be. But yeah, Netflix is there. They're definitely there. No, the kids in California, Antoine. I think they go to school somewhere in California, not Los Angeles somewhere. You said Netflix is opening up a new studio complex in New Jersey. Yep, they definitely in the building. It's a crazy situation, guys. Really is a crazy situation. Puff in trouble, though. Man is in trouble. Man is in trouble. That's all I can tell you. Yeah, guys, it's crazy, man. It's let me see. Craziness, man. We'll see. You'll see. But he do have some good lawyers, I tell you that much. He do. He got some good lawyers. It is up to the jury to decide this one. All of them are women. No. The jury is not all women. There's men on the jury too. You said they offered him 15. Damn, 30 to life is just godly, man. Puffy. I'm just saying. He spent a lot of money on his defense. Spent a lot of money on his defense. He thought he was the king, you know. That's Pete Diddy. Yeah, jury is majority men. He might get a hung jury, Chantel. I don't know, Antoine, if they reached out to him. He commented on the case. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, it's crazy. Let me see. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. That's the only thing I can say. It's a crazy situation. We'll see, man. We'll see if they sort it out some way and go from there. Um, I'm trying to see. There was okay, Cassie. Um, I could tell he probably was like a lot of fun to be around too, but when he get mad, then hell has got to be paid. You know what I'm saying? That's just from what I take from it. He said for $10 million, I want to hear that his lawyers are putting in work for the next 2. You know me, Chantel, for the next 8 weeks. They got to be putting in that work. Yeah, they got a lot of witnesses, Antoine. They got a whole 8 weeks worth. They got a lot of witnesses, fam. They do. They just getting started. They just getting warmed up. But see, the thing is, they had to get her out early, Antoine, because she's due any day now. He said, "Who's testifying?" We don't know who testifying for the defense yet. Dawn Richard is on the stand now, Antoine. She started Friday, but they were done. I know a lot of people are saying that Weezy, they're a bit disappointed. A lot of people are Weezy. I mean, that's why they're trying to like see what people think about it. I'm giving you the real deal, what I'm thinking about it, because I know what. Even though I'm saying this, they only can go with what they work with. They only can. Hold up, let me say this. They can only. How can I say this? I don't know. Y'all help me out. They can only deal with the hand they're dealt. They only can deal with the cards that they dealt. If that makes sense, I don't know. You said Stevie J is going to be on his defense. I can pretty much see that because Stevie J been a friend to him. Stevie J and you got Kanye. They've been, there for him. I could see Stevie J. Yeah, they can only work with what they've been given. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that they're not bad lawyers, though. They're not. But this is a case where I think he probably should have settled. He should have took a plea deal. Because the government's not playing with him. They're not playing with him. They said, okay, you wanna do this? We got you. Got you. He said, who's the lead attorney? I think it's Mark Agnifilio and Tenny Garagos. Tenny is really good. She's really good. Really good. So I must say that they're really, really, really good. I don't know if this person high or not. It took her almost 2 hours to shop. I mean, almost an hour to shop for the stuff in CVS. She called me. She sounded like she was high. Like, damn, how long it take you to find some soap, man? Yeah, go in the soap area and soap right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, how long does that take? She said, I just call him, you know what I'm saying? Just to, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, I don't know what you're saying. I need to go get it myself. That's what I should have did. CVS is right around the corner. I should have went and did, but I'm just sitting here live, just chilling. Yeah, it's hard to get a park when I move. So you know what I'm saying? That when I'm ready to get out of here, that means I'm ready to give up my park. You know what I'm saying? Because out there, guys, you get a good park. That's like finding gold out here, man, to find a good park. So, because you got people be like double park waiting for you to move. Yeah, because I do that. I double park, waiting, hoping and praying somebody move. And hopefully I ain't got to go to the bathroom. Because, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But yeah, man, he in a little bit of trouble, y'all. I'm just telling you. You said prosecution painting a solid picture. Yeah. He said, think it ends with a deal. No, it's too late for the deal. You said hung jury or LWAP. I don't see a guilty. Yeah, it's a lot of people saying, a lot of people say it could end with a hung jury. Because that's what they're saying. Only do it takes one. Only takes one. It only takes one person for the jury to think I'm with him. I'm with Puff Daddy. You know what I'm saying? It takes one. But I'm gonna tell you something. They got an older person on the jury. I don't think this jury. I don't know. They don't think they feeling him. He got an old jury. Yeah, he do. Excuse me. He has a mature jury. I want to say old. I don't like calling nobody old. You know what I'm saying? Because people take offense. I take offense to it. Yeah, and these people got grandchildren on the jury. Okay, so yeah, they not. I don't think they feeling him, yo. All right, she down. She downstairs. Let's see if she come up. Bet you she don't. Not that high. Don't leave your girl around me, asked Puff Daddy. They had a lot of questionable lyrics back in the day. Leave your girl around me, asked Puff Daddy. He said anything but we don't. Hey, I don't like to be called old, Antoine. I'm old though. Yeah, I am old. I'm mature. My mother said I'm still a young blood. No, it's too late for the deal. He already doing the trial now. Remember, it's not just the defense. The prosecutors got pressure on them too. They want to win this too. Not win it, but they want to get a verdict. Yeah, the deal time is over. Yeah, there's no more deal time, folks. But at the end of the day, if he feels like he's innocent, he feels like he's innocent. You said when you said, yo, that's a blessing to get to that age. I mean, it's what's the demographics? They're all it's a mixture, Wheezy. And mostly men though. Mostly men. Actually, you can get a good breakdown on the jury on the Law and Crime Network. Just type in Wheezy, just type in Law and Crime Network Puffy. Excuse me, Law and Crime Network Sean Combs. Just type that in. And type in jury, and you're gonna get a good breakdown on what the jury is. You're gonna get a really good breakdown. Just type in Law and Crime Network Sean Combs jury. Antoine, so you old too? There you go, right there. Chantel got the link. Thank you, Chantel. So that link right there will pretty much tell you everything you need to know. So that's why some people thinking all he need is one. Hello. Hello. Hold on. Hello. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so I think a lot of his people say, you know what, they can get a hung jury here, and I kind of feel that way just from looking at the. I kind of feel that I wouldn't be surprised if he can get one. So, because some people might not want to, they might think that, something is up here, and we'll see. But a lot of people that was during voir dire, the jury questioning, they said that the video didn't look good. A lot of them had their minds made up already. Justice said he's going down, period. Yeah, he's going, yeah. The crazy part about it is all right, she was nice. Yeah, she was nice. Same as what? Ja. Um, Mother live in Fort Knox, man. He said some judges have been known not to accept a hung jury, guilty or not guilty. No, they have to accept it. If the jury can't reach a verdict, he has to accept that. Now, what he'll do is it has something called the Allen charge. He will give them an Allen charge and tell them to go back and reconsider. He will give them the Allen charge. Yeah. Which one you want? I'll take the ginger ale. Oh, you okay? Yeah, they'll give you what you call the Allen charge. They'll give you the Allen charge to tell you to go back. Now, if you still can't come up with a verdict, then it's over. They'll thank the jury for their services, and that's it. It's over with. So he could get a hung jury here. Because all you need is one person on that jury to be rocking with him. That's all you need. And he has a hung jury, then they're gonna have to do it again. Or because remember, it has to be for criminal trials, the verdict has to be unanimous. So that's why we say that. Watch this. I'm acting like I'm somebody's father. Watch this. When are you gonna eat? All right. I'm gonna order you something to eat. I need to see you eat. You drinking water and everything? I need to see all that. My mom ain't trying to hear it. She said, "What are you, a drill sergeant?" I need to see you eating. I need to see you eating and everything else. All right. Yeah, it'll be a mistrial. Like it could end in a mistrial. But that means they would have to try him again. And for him, he could request for a bail at that point. He could try for that. But it is what it is. But guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna come back a little later. I might come back from the car. I might want to see what rock over to New York today. It's a nice day out, but it's like the traffic is crazy to get over there because of the New Jersey transit strike. Do anybody know if that strike is going on? Anybody in here from New Jersey? The strike is going on? Because it's hard. It's like it takes an hour to get to New York right now. I checked the GPS. It said it takes an hour and 17 minutes. But it only takes 20 minutes to get there. Why is it an hour? Because of the strike is going on that everybody is trying to drive over there right now. Okay, do they got the strike going on? Because I heard the strike because yesterday I could barely get out of New York. Okay, they said they have traffic in Staten Island as well. So, let me think about this. It's actually backing everything up because I was supposed to go to the airport. Okay, the strike is on. Yeah, the strike is on. The New Jersey it's not affecting New York trains. It's not affecting the mass transit. It's affecting New Jersey transit. Okay. So guys, what's happening is people from New Jersey, they have to drive their cars over and it's causing a lot of buildup in the traffic. It's dangerous. You know how long it took me to get through the tunnel? The Lincoln actually didn't take that long when we got on the Lincoln Tunnel. It took about 5 to 7 minutes to get through the Holland Tunnel yesterday. And I do not like being in that tunnel that long because it ain't no way to get out. If you get stuck in there and something happen, you screwed. Yeah, the New Jersey Transit train. How about the buses though? Yeah, the bus is on strike too. New Jersey Transit. Yeah. Yeah, the Knicks were playing last night. 'Cause I didn't get out of New York till like 8 something last night. And the trial was over like at 5. So it actually, when I got in the car to get back to New Jersey, it took 2.5 hours to get to the New Jersey side. And that's unheard of. Even in Russia, normal rush hour traffic is only 35 minutes. It's only 35 minutes in regular rush hour traffic. Oh yeah, and the Yankees and Mets too. People going to the Shea Stadium and Yankee Stadium. You ain't going though. It's right now. You said the buses are okay, so the bus is still running. So it's just the trains. Okay, they said this is the first time since 1983 that this strike happened. Damn, the bus is running. They are overcrowded. Because now you're gonna have to take the bus into New York, right? They're gonna have to bus it in. Yeah, they gotta bus it to New York, not the train. You said as of May 17th, New Jersey Transit buses are still running, but their service is limited and more crowded than normal due to, oh my God, let me get in the car. That means everybody doing Uber today. What am I sitting here for? That means everybody doing Uber, right? Oh yeah, guys. Yeah. I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to get out there and give people what they need. They need a ride. Guys, look, if you need a ride, I'm your guy. I do private rides too. So if y'all listening, you need a private ride, hit me up on IG if you need a private ride to New York City. I don't charge that much. I don't know. They might need to get to New York City tonight for a date. They might want to go out tonight to go to the Knicks game or something. I'm your man. Now, I must tell you, no, you said get to the airport. Yeah, I am getting to the airport in a second, but I'm not going into the city though. That's the problem. Like if they have to go into New York City, I can't do it because the traffic is too, it's unbearable. Yeah, it's unbearable. Yeah, I can't do that. But yeah, I'm definitely if it's a situation where they do have to get to New York, I might take the bridge over there, huh? Actually, I could take the bridge because the bridge is no traffic really. And once I get off the bridge, then I have to navigate to where they have to go. If they got a Brooklyn or something like that, then I'll navigate from there. But unfortunately, we got to take the long way. I don't know. It just depends. Yeah. Did the Knicks win last night? I mean, if I'm going to the airport and they need to get to New York City, from the airport to New York City is 1 hour and 30 minutes because of the traffic. So it has to be worth it. It has to be worth my time to do it. No, well, no, here's a situation. When I'm in New York City, I can't pick anybody up because you have to have a special medallion to pick people up in New York City. Unless they're trying to hit a brother Cash App. I'm like, how long you been waiting, sir? Unless they're trying to hit a brother Cash App and I'll bless them. That's the only way. But I have to take that ride back to New Jersey, back to the airport. No, they don't pay me up front. They pay me, I get paid afterwards. Unless it's a private ride. But I don't have no clients over here. My clientele is in Virginia. But I'm telling you, it's probably not going to be worth it. You said Outer Ridge Crossing. I could go that way. As of right now, like with the traffic, the only way I can go is the bridge over to New York. That's the best way to go. And then once I get there, then I can take you to where you got to go. I'm looking at the traffic right now. It's really bad, y'all. Yeah, it don't take from my mother's house to New York City. It's 15 minutes. On a normal day, it's 15 minutes. It don't take, right now it's saying 1 hour and 15 minutes to get into the city. Yep. Now, right now it says 1 hour, hour and 2 minutes, 1 hour and 20 minutes, excuse me. And once you get into New York City, the traffic is good. It's just the traffic around the tunnel. But normal New York traffic is really good right now. It's just getting in there. Damn, so it's the Knicks Places flashback. I think the Knicks can get into the championship this year. All right, guys. Well, let me get out of here, and I'm going to see what's going on out here, and I will catch you guys back a little later. Thank you for everything. Thank you for all the love and all the support. I appreciate y'all. I will catch you guys on the next one. It'll probably be soon. All right, y'all.